Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
Good evening, lovely people. It is Monday. This means another Monday night live show. And let's be honest, the news that we received as Liverpool fans today weren't great. But I always say God works in a mysterious way, because I'll be honest with you, I was coming on air to say a bag of madness tonight. But then I saw one person who's at the bottom of the screen and put a smile on my face. Matt, no disrespect to you, brother. I know you won't take any. Drifty, welcome back, brother. Bloody missed you, man.
Yeah, no, it feels good to be back, man. Appreciate that, man. You boys have been holding it down,
bro.
Big up. And big up to everyone.
Good to have you back, bro. Trust me. Look at the smile on my face, bro.
Yeah,
no
bro,
homo on that, but look at the smile.
We're back, man. We're back.
Trust.
Yeah. I know a lot of people obviously have been asking and stuff, so it's just one of them ones where you lot know already I'm a personal person. I mean, you lot obviously know you're my brothers, but I don't want to go into too many details, but you know, big up to everyone who's been checking and seeing how I'm doing. It's been a very, very serious family situation, so I'm still not going to be... I'll still be in and out. There's still things that need to be sorted out and stuff that's going on. So, but big up to everyone who's obviously been, been checking on me and obviously you lot as well. And anyone who's watching as well, it's been a lot of love. And it's been kind of overwhelming how much people have been making sure I'm all right. So, yeah, man, big up everyone, man.
Can you also just finally confirm for the people that me and Matt haven't kicked you out of Kopish, or we haven't had
that was the rumor, and I was just like, nah, it's not that. It really is.
Yeah. Come on, guys. It's brotherhood forever, man. It doesn't matter what we fall out over. We'll get over that shit.
And for you guys who had a little agenda, don't you think if we had a big fallout that we would have removed Driftby from the intro at least?
Or even change like the passwords and all that, so man can't get into the stream and that.
Look at the icon in the screen. There's 3 of us in the icon. You don't think we would have changed that as well? No, come on, guys, man. Our brother right here. Good to have you back.
I'm saying, bro.
I wish it could be under better circumstances, Drift, because the headline for the show is I want to be so careful about what I say tonight. Our current owners are going to stay as our current owners, it seems. I don't know what else to say, boys. I'm deflated, I'm angry, frustrated, annoyed, disgusted, but more so disappointed, because I really did think we'd have a chance to do some stuff, but it feels as though we've been played by this set of people again, and they keep playing it. So if I wasn't FSG out, or if anyone was an FSG out before, and if you're still not FSG out, I pray and hope that you guys see a bigger picture than what I see, because right now, Matt Drift, I don't know about you, but it's looking bleak in my opinion.
I always knew, so I'm not shocked.
I know.
But, you know, even when you know, it still makes it worse when it comes to fruition, you know what I mean? And we're done, man, because everyone else has got the investment. Chelsea's not going well right now, but it will eventually go well when you spend that type of money and have that quality of player. Man United are getting bought out. Man City, neither here nor there. We don't know what's going to happen to them, but if they don't get punished, they've obviously got all that money and they're a great squad already. Arsenal are on the up. Tottenham are seemingly looking like they're going to get Saudi or some kind of Middle Eastern buyout as well. So they're going to be cooking. They've got the best stadium in the world. Why wouldn't someone want to buy into that club and make it into something? Newcastle already doing bits, and they ain't even spent half the money they're allowed to spend. If they get Europe or Champions League, that's going to go to another level. Like we're actually back to the early noughties, man. Like, we're actually going to go back to that one where we just can't compete and we're just going to get left behind. Because I don't understand why anyone will put money into the club and that's all they're putting money in for. You'd have to be a super billionaire Liverpool fan like me. Like, if I had £20 billion in the bank, I would buy into FSG to put money in to make sure it just went to transfers as a fan, because That's what I would love to do. But we're not going to find anybody who's a billionaire Liverpool fan that's just going to be willing to just throw money at transfers. So why would anybody put investment in and it's just going to go to us? It's just going to go like the Redbird Capital thing, and it'll just go to FSG. They'll just make more money for themselves. We ain't going to benefit from it. So what's the point?
I'm glad you said that because...
Can I chime in quickly?
Yeah, go. I was going to come to you. Yeah, go on, Matt. Go on.
No, in fact, before I say anything, let me just say this.
Go suck your mother. Me ready for one hour no ramp with me and see me now flush on the face, pussy. Bigger, go suck your mama. Go suck your mama. Gun them big in your mama. Go suck your mama. Me ready for run down your blood clot and gunshot you in this. And that me I tell you, you pussy. Me ready for yam up your blood clot. Me done me gun in your face. Go suck.
Yeah, that's me right now. That's me. Yeah. All right then. So let me get down to it now. So that's how I feel. I swear to you, that's how I feel. When we all saw the news, I would say 90%.
Expecting that. Sorry.
I know you wasn't, but it's calm.
Matt let off the whole clip.
Nah, bro. Don't make me laugh. Make me. If I'm gonna laugh, I'm gonna laugh after this.
He tells us not to make you laugh when he didn't play.
Don't laugh, because I gotta be serious right now. Still, all right.
I know Matt
I've
Rex
gotta get
that
into
clip never touched him.
All right, cool. No, I did, but I just got to shake it off. Still, you get me? But
I got one more for you before you go then, because this is an actual visualization of what FSG did to us Liverpool fans. Check this.
I saw this today.
no, bro.
They lured us in.
Bro. No. Oh, and you know that was J Dubs as well. Oh my, I'm already finished.
Did you see the smile? Did you see the cunningness?
Bro, let me say this.
It was the laugh, bro. It's the laugh.
The laugh was disgusting. All right. All funny games out the way, yeah. When we all saw that news, I kid you not.
St. John the Baptist.
Oh my days. All right. Calm. All right, cool. Here's the thing now. No, that is a violation. All right, so when we all saw the news here, flipping, I'm sure 90% of the fan base were like, this can't be happening, because only a week ago or a couple of days ago, one of the people from FSG was sort of like saying, we don't know what's going to happen with Liverpool. We don't know whether it's going to be a full sale, whether it's going to be potential investment, but it never ruled out a takeover. There was a lot of takeover news from Qatar, and a lot of people also thought there must be something in the pipeline. Seeing the Man United news, thinking Liverpool might be next year. I was one of them thinking, you know what, maybe Liverpool were doing the whole long game thing. They're gonna see what happens with Man United and then kind of, see what they can get, FSG can get for Liverpool. To hear this kind of news, yeah, I can't lie to you. Unless, like what you've said, we get a serious investor that's just a fan and just wants to spend the cash, because all you're going to do is spend money on the squad, more likely than not. And what are you getting for your return? What you just get to... Obviously, you'll be happy, but if you're still a businessman, you're going to want back more. This could set us back for so many years, and we've already been set back already. So I can't lie to you. If this is really the truth, Because I will say this: if you flip the coin, it could be a bluff as well. Because there could be people willing to buy Liverpool, but apparently Liverpool might be playing hardball. I'm just praying that it's the latter, but I'm leaning towards the former in terms of what it actually is. And if that's the case, we're actually in trouble. And Liverpool as a football club will be set back. And we'll all be here to witness it. And it will be a horrible thing to see. I can't lie to you. I kind of lost my train of thought as well all through that laughter. But yeah, I think the clip said it best. The clip that Drift played as well, that said it best. We got lured in. They made us think something was happening when they made that announcement in November. All the journalists kind of said Liverpool, they might not necessarily be sold, but there'll be investment, but no one really ruled out a full sale. And today the owner rules out a full sale and he talks about investment. I can't lie to you. It's going to be a horrible, horrible potential summer. I can't lie. It's not looking good.
And I usually host. Can I chime in as well, boys? I feel like a fool. I remember it was a Monday in November. The news broke on Twitter. Shout out to Luke Tanner. Luke messaged me just before I was about to go live because it was the same day as the Champions League draw, if I'm not mistaken. I was like, yeah, I'm going to quickly go live. And Luke's gone, read the news. I was like, what? Who's out injured? That was the first one I thought. Who's out injured? He was like, nah, FSG is selling. I thought he's pranking. I go on, I see Ornstein, I see everyone else. I'm like, wow. I was like, raw. I'm out here saying, yeah, gonna by January it's done. I'm out here buying this, I'm buying that. Remember, we did the little Monday night show after we were speaking about what winger we could get. I brought up a graphic about like Zaha and then you man shut it down. Drift, what is the abbreviation for FFP? What was the new one we come up with?
Fully fucked Pep.
Now look at us. I basically won the lottery, but I lost the ticket. I'm done with this institution. Since they want to call it a business, I'm done with the business. But you know what? I'll be real with you. Liverpool fans, and I'm putting myself in this, I'm putting about 90% of those who are FSG out in this. We are all to blame for this. It's the Bussett challenge, yeah. My knees couldn't handle that. I'm not even gonna lie. I'd be in trouble.
I'd have to pick you up real quick. Get up, bro.
No, man said the Bussett challenge, you know. Man said Bussett. Nah, pause.
We are to blame. We are collectively to blame. And I put myself in this as well. We've been sitting there saying we want FSG out and all this. We still buy the merch. We still subscribe to LFC TV. Some of us still go to games. The ones that do go to games who are FSG out, we don't say anything while we're there. We don't do anything.
I knew you saw that, you know. Massive movie like Ice Spice.
I leave Joey G alone, man. He's been good.
But on the real, let's be honest. We sat here back a couple of years ago when Man United fans got the Liverpool game postponed. And we said that's disgusting behavior, this, that, and the other. I'm not being funny. The position they're in since then, they've been all right. Since then, what have we really got from it? We are to blame as fans. If we really want FSG out, what have we really done about it?
We're too nice.
And again, I'm not at this before anyone goes crazy. I'm not even saying we go and cause a madness and do like cause any criminal damage or violence, none of that stuff. But really and truly, what are we doing if we're FSG out? We're not doing anything. If I'm John W. Henry, I go to Liverpool games and it's no one boos us or anything. If I'm watching, I've got to be really careful. If I'm watching social media and YouTube, a lot of people on social media and YouTube aren't FSG out. What am I worried about? It's a small minority making a lot of noise. What are we worried about? We're just chatting. We're just chatting for chatting's sake. If I've got a bad car or broke down car, and I'm just all I do to you two is saying my car needs to get fixed, you know, and then if you turn around and say, well, Cal, what are you going to do about the car? I don't know, you know. We're to blame. We can't sit here and say we want them out and we ain't doing nothing about it. They're going to keep holding on to the club. Why wouldn't they? We got played in January. We got played because they weren't going to spend big money in January when we expected them to. In the summer, I'm already seeing the war chest stuff. We've been wanting a war chest since 2017. We ain't even got chest, let alone war chest. So what are we doing there? Like, we're now meant to, let me get this straight. We're now meant to believe that an investor is going to come in to Liverpool Football Club to give money to the club to buy players and get what out of it? What are they going to get out of it? What are they going to get? And what's an investor? An investor puts money in to get something out. So let's say someone comes in and says, I'm going to pump 200 million in this summer for Liverpool to buy so-and-so. What do we have to give back? Because are they just going to give us 200 mil? I doubt it. You can get investment from a bank. Me, Matt, and Drift can go and get investment from a bank. Try and know we're going to have to pay that money back. Just like we're doing with the stand, just like we're doing with the training center that apparently they gave to us. They are playing us. Why would they want to leave? They ain't got no reason to leave. They're not losing out on any money. They're not having to spend any money, and they're reaping all the benefits from it. I personally think we're in a big trouble here. Like, we've always been in big trouble. But this now,
what are you
and
saying,
for it to
Cal?
happen as well, sorry to cut it, for it to happen as well, for me, it just screams of, you wanted to boost your share prices and all that and do what you wanted to do to boost yourself. Because let's be honest, people turn around and say, oh, but they never said they were going to sell. Why is it taking them 3 months to come out and say, we're not going to sell? 3 months. Jurgen Klopp gets asked in an interview, do you want Bobby Firmino to stay? And he answers that same day. But it's taken 3 months for FSG to come out and go, nah, we're not gonna sell anymore. All of a sudden, do me a favor, man. Bun them lot, man.
we saying, Cal, Billy Hogan's up twerking in Dragon's Den by investment. What kind of dumb shit is this?
The other day, one of the guys, which one was it again? Was it Sam Kennedy, Matt? You were telling me.
Yeah.
How Liverpool's a great business. I'm sorry.
Business.
What we LFB now, Liverpool football business. Is that what we are now?
I forgot they're American, innit? It's not even thingy. It's not even Dragon's Den. It's Shark Tank. The man they're twerking up in the Shark Tank. Some joke thing about investment.
Whatever happens, innit? I just honestly, I don't want to hear from people who oppose our views talking about, oh, you're spoiled this and spoiled that. Because if we're not winning stuff, I can't be spoiled.
You know the real reason they did it, though, innit? So that we didn't kick off when they didn't spend money in January, because in our
Yes.
We got played.
We thought, oh, the club's being sold, so it obviously makes sense why we'll have all the money.
We're not spending nothing.
All makes sense. It was all a smoke screen. These men are the masters of PR. FSG are the masters of PR. That there's no two ways about it.
Sorry, Zabiri. This is where we're going wrong, bro. We aren't a business. You see, if Kopish was a business, we wouldn't do half the things we do, bro. And we would change it all up. Like, this is where FSG going wrong. They don't they treat us like a business, Zabiri. We ain't a business, bro. We're not a business.
Business is go. Go.
That's why we've not had sustained success. That's why we've won trophies over a short period of time.
All right,
agreed. Business is part of football. It's not.
Business. What Zabiri saying is not 100% wrong. It is a
No.
business the way Kopish is a business. But the difference is, Sabiri, is that we don't do anything on Kopish that will be money orientated. We do what we do organically, and whatever happens after that is just a byproduct of that. We make no decisions based on money. We don't snake, we don't lie, we don't do anything. We just sit here, spit facts, talk about things, see what things are, and it is what it is. And then a byproduct of that is the business comes after that. And that's how football should be. But these men do it the other way around. They don't try to just get everything done, talk about the facts, give us the truth, invest and try and win. And then afterwards it's a business. They do it the wrong way around in sport. They're like, profit first, make money first, and if anything else fails, well, we'll just skip corners and do all that kind of stuff. And that's what it is. So yes, it is a business, but it's supposed to be a business second. It's not supposed to be a business first. I tell you that, guys, if we made Kopish a business first, we wouldn't even say half the things we say. We wouldn't do half the things we do. Because best believe, we've stepped on our own toes a million times doing
every
this
day. We feel
nobody will understand how hard it is to be the realist. Because when you're real, you cut your nose off to spite your face. Bare times. Do you know how many times people have said
bare people get stuff that we just wouldn't get? Because we don't.
Companies have asked us to work with them. We're like, we don't like what you represent. There's so many times we have thought about us and our morals and our principles and you, the audience, before we thought about anything else, especially money. I just wish Liverpool moved the way we do. I really do, because we'd be way better off.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
You know what? Yeah.
It's facts, right? You think Matt would be allowed to run those? Like, let's
be bro. Listen, this is what I'm saying.
If we made, like, I'm gonna be real with you guys, without even giving you too much of the stuff that goes in the background. If we just wanted to do this from a business standpoint, we wouldn't have personal relationships with a lot of you guys.
Yeah.
We wouldn't say half the things we say. We wouldn't do half the things we do. Like, you wouldn't get 4 and 5 hour streams out of us if we were just running it like a business.
Fact.
We do this book out of the love. We do it out of the respect we have for you guys because of how much you guys have put into us. FSG just treat us like a business. Yeah, we understand there's a business aspect to Kopish. We're not stupid. You guys aren't stupid. We're not going to treat you like kids. But FSG are just seeing Liverpool as a business. If John W. Henry knew about formations, knew about tactics, I bet you he doesn't even know who some of the up-and-coming players are or anything. I bet he doesn't even give a toss. I don't want that guy at my club. Like, if we had a footballer in our team who didn't know the history or anything about our team or anything about the club or barely paid any mind apart from just turning up and training and playing football, we would have a riot outburst. Some of you guys, the hatred and some of the things you say about players who give 100% but don't cut it in terms of a talent aspect, why is that energy not reciprocated to owners who don't even give a damn?
Bro,
they don't care.
Let me say this. Do you know what was so telling all of this? Where was this interview taking place? It wasn't on UK soil. It wasn't addressed to the UK media. It was to Boston, bro. It's to where they are based. So man was speaking about Liverpool, something very crucial to our future and our present. And he said, let me address the American media and then I'll drip feed it to the UK. Bro, that says everything I need to know about my owner. I'm not trying to sit here and say, again, they're the worst owners. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to say they haven't done well on a business level, because let's be real, in football, there is business to be had. But no one's going to really sit here and say a football club is just business. It's just a business. Because if you treat it like a business, you won't go very far. There has to be love and passion from day one. The reason why you was invested in the club in the first place. And I've always said this, and I've been consistent for what I said from day one. FSG like us because in their eyes, it's a good business model. It makes sense, but they don't love us. There is a difference. They do not love Liverpool Football Club. I can guarantee you now, if JW Henry was right in front of me and I said, name me 20 Liverpool players off the top of your head, he probably say something like, I don't even know, like
LeBron.
Yeah. Kevin Durant. Like, bro, he'll say, we know our owner don't care about Liverpool. it makes sense for them because they are business partners. If you look at their profile of was it the Penguins, the Boston Red Sox, they're very good at turning things into a profit, making it profitable, and not only that, winning. But then when you really need the most, that's when you need someone, so to speak, that loves you, not just likes you, but loves your football club and can take you to the next level or give you what you need, so to speak. Pause. Jurgen Klopp, whether we want to all sit here and criticize him and say he's taking too long of his targets or the targets that were given to him he didn't want to take or etc., that's absolutely fine. But one thing nobody can really sit here and say is he was always given sufficient enough funds for him to go make a splash in the transfer market. I'm not talking about your 35 mil we could have picked up for flipping Matthias Nunes from last season. I'm not even talking about Kadio Kone, who we could have probably got for even 25 this season or 2 seasons before. I'm talking about has Jurgen Klopp been given sufficient funds, like a Man United, like a Man City, or a Chelsea, even teams that are in mid-table, for him to really make a dent? I don't think I've seen that personally.
Matt, we've been outspent by Fulham and teams like that,
bro.
Teams in the Championship.
The only time I've really seen my manager splash the cash is when we made a sale, and that was Felipe Coutinho. And we always have to keep going back there. Do you know how boring that story gets now? That we're in 2023 and we have to keep going back to that same story, because you never guess what, people. That's what kickstarted the Klopp era. That's what he had. That's what had to happen. And yeah, things align. So that's all good, isn't it? Things align, but they don't always align. So when they don't align, are you just going to sit there and wait, or are you going to make something happen? The problem is, again, I will stress it one more time. We are not proactive. We are reactive. And it goes a long way throughout the whole club. Jurgen Klopp's not blameless.
Reactive.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Yeah, Cal's right. We're not even reactive.
We just,
in 2020, we needed centre backs. We didn't do nothing about it.
No,
and the
bro.
January just gone. We needed a midfielder, and we didn't do anything about it.
And we brought in another hologram.
We're not
like
even
we didn't
reactive anymore, Matt.
We just need
I
the
don't even
kidney
know
beans
what we are.
We
now,
just need the kidney beans in the pot and just let it bun up.
No, it's
add
not.
rice later.
It's just, it's a horrible thing to see.
The man, they're making rice and peas, and they're not even soaking the peas. It's just hard, bruv. Like,
it's I don't know, man. I just think to myself,
it's green peas and basmati, bruv. That's what they're making.
Yeah, no, easy.
One
cook.
of the best
basmati.
managers.
They don't stretch for basmati, Cal. Easy cook, bro. Long grain.
Uncle
He's
Ben.
one of the best managers.
You know what I'm saying?
And he's sitting there thinking, you know what? I could spend money here, but that's a bit, you know what? Let me make sure there's enough money for Bellingham. Let me put that to one side. Let me make sure the Bellingham money's there. Supposedly, by the way, because this is what we've been told. And I don't want to hear no one in the chat say they haven't seen articles that have said Liverpool have set aside a budget for Jude Bellingham. What do you mean set aside a budget? What are we doing? Is that what we're doing here now? Are we really doing that? We're setting aside money because we know that we have to be careful with the stuff that we got. That's the way how we operate.
You know we ain't getting Jude, bro.
No. I'm just saying. No. But here's the joke. It's almost a trick question. Those are what the reports are saying. Whether you believe them or not is up to you. But the fact of the matter is, there should never be a report that Liverpool have set us. Bro, have you ever heard Man City? Man City are not going to buy anybody because they're setting aside a budget to buy Haaland, his entourage, everybody for next summer. We didn't hear none of that. We just heard they're going to activate the clause. Boom, done. There. They still went about their business. That's why I'm annoyed.
That Bellingham ship has sailed like one eye. Really goo-goo,
and the thing is,
this done, bro.
Of course it's done. We know it.
Done,
it's just frustrating though, that people always find a narrative though. And this is what I want to say. See, look, I don't want to have a go at people. I won't do it today, but there's a lot of people that will blame Klopp for the transfer market. Yeah. And there's quite a few that will say he didn't want this target. He's very picky, X, Y, and Z, yeah. But I'm just going to leave it with this. The manager might be stingy with his targets. However, he can only get what he gets with the money that's available to him. Put a 1 in the chat if you ever feel like Jurgen Klopp has been given us a sufficient budget to go against the so-called Big Six. Put a 1 in the chat if you think he's been given enough money. I'll put a 2 in the chat if you think he's never really been given enough. I just want to see what people are saying. It's going to be very telling. It's going to be very, very telling to what people say.
He's never had.
Again,
I'll be honest with you.
Like, because some people love to blame Klopp, bro. Look.
No, I still meant what happened in the summer just gone. I still maintain. I still think that was on Klopp primarily, but you see everything else. Oh, that's on them, boy. They're upstairs.
Bro,
not even upstairs, in another country, sorry.
and was given a
in another
hologram.
country. They're not even upstairs. I couldn't tell. When was the last time they came to Anfield?
And the thing
This
is
is what makes me laugh. Where is the energy? That's the same energy people have for players not performing. Where is the energy for the owners?
Bro,
Where is
some
it? I
people
don't get
love
it.
off these owners. Like,
because
don't get me wrong.
because we've won the Premier League, a lot of people are just like they're giving them that blight because they're the ownership we won our first Premier League in. Like they're just giving them that leeway. You know, a little bit like how Rafa Benitez at the end, even though it was going a little bit wrong, people were still in love with him because he was the one who brought home the Champions League. And he actually deserved that, in my opinion. But you know, that same thing, like if he hadn't won the Champions League, no one would have had that same level of understanding or of patience for how it started to go towards the end. FSG are the same for a lot of people, Cal, because they won us a Premier League and a Champions League, but Premier League mainly because we hadn't done that. Everybody's kind of just like, well, if it wasn't for FSG, we wouldn't have won the league. I hear it all the time. I hear people saying we're spoiled, we're ungrateful. I hear it all the time. Everybody always talks about the fact that we finally won the Premier League and they were the ownership. So therefore, it just automatically means everything else they've done wrong, they'll give them a blight on, or they'll give them a little bit of wiggle room or whatever. And that's how it is, man. It's forget about the fact that all the other stuff that's going on right now. I mean, let's be honest, guys. We've spoken about this before in the past. We got owners who borrowed money to Liverpool to build a stadium and to build a training ground. I ask you, if it's yours, how do you borrow money to yourself?
That's like me lending. That's like me and Matt lending our kids money for uniform, and then next year going, "You got that money, yeah?
Yeah, you got to pay that back."
Do you know what it's actually like, guys? Have you lot ever, seen a scenario like this, Because you lot have got kids, so you probably have, but it's more like when you get a little bit older. Your mum or your dad gave you money, and you used that money to buy their birthday present or their Christmas present. They bought themselves a birthday present or a Christmas present.
That one I slightly disagree with you. That one only because we're powerless to do anything in it. We're powerless to do anything.
Yeah. I hear that. It's the same principle, though, isn't it?
Like, if my mum gave me a 20 and then I went and gave her a £20 voucher, like, that's a bit like, bro.
Yeah. It's like,
yeah. But that's what makes it even worse, then, Cal, because all right, in that scenario, that person is powerless. But the principle remains the same. So it's even worse when it's a scenario where it shouldn't actually be that, and it's still happening. Because like you said, with FSG now, we are the grown-up then. So you said it best, Cal. Now it's like if it was at our age and we borrow the money or whatever, and then we use that money to go and buy the present for the person who borrowed you the money. It's like, well, they bought themselves the present. We paid for AXA. Liverpool asked the fans. We paid for it. They didn't.
Sorry. Zabiri. This is where I'll agree with you. It's a good business move. It's tax-free. People need to wake up and see what's good. You see, if FSG lend Liverpool money to buy something, that money they would have been taxed. They don't have to pay tax on. They're making a profit from that. So if they lent us 100 grand to fix that stand, let's say 100 grand, that 100 grand usually would be taxed. That's not getting taxed now. That's being written off as a tax expense. Yes, but they're getting that 100k back with interest. And people want to tell me they've saved the club. They ain't saved nothing but themselves. They're laughing right now.
They're making money.
Come on, man. How are we not seeing this, people? They're loving life right now.
Of course. Why would they want to leave? That's how. Do you know what? That's how you got to look at it. Why would they want to leave? They got one of the biggest clubs in the world, the biggest, in my opinion, and our opinion. We know that already. They can make money. It looks good on their profile, and Liverpool Football Club as a brand and as a business will keep striving and will keep going up and up and up and up and up. Why would they want to leave? That's what you got to ask yourself. Why would they want to leave?
Up though, Matt? Now everybody's going to leave us behind. Will it?
No.
How attractive are we in 7th place?
No, but bro, the money they just made. You see the tax that just happened. Bro, did you see the revenues? Not
But that will
profit,
start
just
to
the
decrease,
revenue.
though, bro. If we start to get rubbish, because we've
I
been
hear
good.
that.
Remember, that's
I
why
hear
it's
that,
high.
but
We needed one to
listen,
quadruple. If we start being 6 for
Yeah.
7 for 8 for a couple of years, bro, that ain't gonna be good no
but
more.
that's only. But here's the thing: so say we come 6th, 7th, 8th for the next 3-4 years. That's when they might consider. But you see, right now things are booming. You got to think of it. I remember I'm playing devil's advocate right here. They're thinking, hold on a minute, we just came second in the league. We nearly won the Champions League. We won 2 trophies. They got LeBron to release a new kit in February for no reason.
No one's even his size. What is he? A triple XL?
Bro, they didn't have to sanction no money. Remember, not even their money. They didn't even have to sanction money for transfers. The money doesn't even belong to them,
bro.
But they're laughing. They're smiling. They're smoking cigars.
And someone just said it perfectly. Apologies, I can't bother to scroll back. Who it was that just said it?
Blessed.
They took us from 300 mil to 300 billion plus, and we're at our peak right now.
3 billion, yeah.
3 billion, and it's on its way.
Billion, you know?
Yes, sir, 3 billion.
We're never getting sold.
Yeah. Their man would just be here.
We were from 300 million to 3 billion, so, and we're at our peak right now. If they don't shut us now, they're never gonna shut us. Let's be honest, because they're always going to look at it, like a cash out for people who do the bets, where like you watch your money go down and down and down in the cash out, and then it gets to the point where you're like, I might as well just see if this turns around because the money's so low now, the cash out is pointless. If we start to decrease and we start to get worse and our value starts to go down, and then the club's only worth 2.5, and then the club's only worth 2, and it starts to go, they'll be even less inclined to get rid of the club because they'll be thinking we could have got 3. Now we haven't. What's the point shutting it? Let's just keep it. And we'll turn into a Glazer situation where the club will just be like just running along and it will just be deadbeat. The only difference is the Glazers actually used to put quite a bit of money into the playing squad and FSG don't. So we're going to be languishing in mid-table for a minute. We're actually, because unless Klopp keeps pulling miracles out his ass, we are going to be languishing. You see players like Besetic and Ramsey, unless these men actually turn into absolute world beaters, these young bucks. So we're relying on people like Stefan and Calvin now. Do you know what I mean? These men sound like Italian designers. We're gonna have to have these men all up on the run, on the catwalk, bruv, trying to look good, trying to get investment, because I don't really see how this is gonna turn around. Because Besetic is the signing for the summer, and let's say we get Bellingham, guys. Let's say we get Bellingham. And I would love to get Bellingham. But let's say we get Bellingham. Not only is there Bundesliga tax, which worries me that he might not actually even come in and be as good as we hope he will be anyway. Yeah. But on top of that, we actually need about 4 players to really be able to get back to competing with everybody else. We need centre-backs. We need midfielders. You know what I mean? We might even need a backup goalie if Kelleher goes. It could get quite peak in the summer. We've got all these players leaving. Say we get Jude and they do give us the money for Jude. I'll be honest with you. It doesn't help. It don't help. There's so much problems in the squad and then do you know what as well? The pressure that will go on top of Bellingham, Cal, to come in and be the savior at that 100 mil or whatever it is. If even as fans, because there's a lot of fans in our fan base that are like that. And I'm like, we need 5 minimum, Cal. 5. And on top of that, I've seen the way our fan base are now, and I'm not putting fingers on. I'm not gonna like dig anyone out.
I know what you're gonna say. If we get Bellingham, it's gonna shut a lot of the fan base up and be like, "We're gonna get upper half, and I told you so. Look what we got. Look who we got."
But not even just that. You actually, I wasn't even thinking that. But you're bang on with that. But not even that, Cal. Look how unwilling any of our a majority of our fan base are to give people a chance. I heard people writing Gakpo off after training. Training, bro. Man ain't even played a match yet, and man, then we're writing him off. He got 20 minutes, and man, then was saying he's dead food. Look at Nunes. Look how everybody was just on his back, bruv, on his case, putting him down, all that kind of stuff. Our fan base aren't even giving people a chance anymore, Cal. So what if Bellingham comes in, he's the only signing because we could only afford him, and then he doesn't hit the ground running? The toxicity that's going to just build in our fan base about how, he was supposed to be the savior, this Bellingham kid, he ain't this and he ain't that, and rare, and all that shit. Bruv, the negativity on top of the fact that we've only got that one player in, like when we only brought Kanate in. Like when we only brought Nunes in. Because let's be honest, I'm not being disrespectful to the other people that joined at that time. But the players that came in, they were small fry, young, up-and-coming players. And that was the only real player at that time. Konate was the only real player. Nunes was the only real player. Do you know what I mean? All the Gvardiol's and all that, they're little small fry players that we hope go on to be something. But we're talking about ready right now to do the thing. And look how everybody's jumped on Nunes and whatever. I'm telling you, look, it's going to get real toxic when Bellingham comes in. He can't save us on his own. We don't buy anybody else. And so I don't even care if we get Bellingham anymore in that regard, because it will be the only player we get if we get Bellingham. We're not going to get Bellingham and then go and get a couple of other bad boys. It will be just like Nunes, just like Konate, just like all the other times in the past. It'll be him alone, maybe some youth man from Brazil that we got to hope. He's like a 15-year-old whiskey, but we got to hope he becomes somebody. And then we're just going to have to put all of our hope on what? Besetic and Bellingham. An 18 and a 19-year-old have got to take Liverpool to the Champions League and the Premier League glory, while Chelsea and Man U and Newcastle and City and all these other teams are just spending lavish cash all up in Louis Vuitton and Gucci, while we're fucking counting food stamps up in Aldi. Come on, man. What are we supposed to do with this shit? What are we at? So I don't even care if we get Bellingham anymore. As much as I love him as a player, it's not going to do anything. I'm actually looking at the budget now and thinking, well, if we have 100 mil, boys, we're going to have to do a yellow sticker in Sainsbury's thing. We're going to have to go and buy 3 £30 million players, hoping that they can do what we... Do you know what I'm saying, guys? Why spend 100 million on Bellingham when that's the only budget we have? We've got to go and try.
Well, we're saying, man, have to swap stickers and that.
Yeah,
swap the stickers.
That's all we can do now.
Man
bro.
said the steak is £7, but man's gonna get the sticker that says 99p.
No, you're not gonna get the sticker, mate. You're gonna weigh it as fruit.
Yeah, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Man's gonna have to say it's an original glazed.
Then what happens when you get that?
No, it's not.
You need assistance. What happens when you says you need assistance?
It's gonna be like, I don't know what happened,
bro.
Man's gonna be like, yo, it's the same thing, innit? It's just food. You're finished.
You know, like when the cashier is looking at you, like, have you scanned that bag when you're at the self-service? Yeah.
I'm full one. No, you ain't scanned the bag. Man's looking at you like,
you know them jobs worth people. But
you're not gonna scan the bag, big man.
Bro. You know what I mean? Why are you holding the bags, brother? Why are the bags not just on the side? Why are you holding the bags?
Dumb ones.
No. Do you know?
Yes, I did, madam. You scanned it.
Do you know what happened to me the other day? I swear down, yeah. I swear that this happened to me the other day. Oh, I actually always pay for my bag. Always pay for it. Hear the joke now. I go to my local Asda, paying for my stuff, and then, like you said, Drift, sometimes the bag's actually on the side. But this person was holding the bag, and I just said, "Oh, can I have a bag?"
For dear life, by the way,
bro. The bag was attached to the key ring. I say, yo, can I just get one bag? The person,
you just want to pull them to one side and be like, you're doing too much.
Wait. So they're taking off the bag, and then without giving it to me, they scanned the bag and put it down. So basically, the person didn't even trust the person. Remember, the person's right there. The person didn't even trust me to scan the bag. I said,
doing too much, big man.
Why is it attached to your key ring?
Yeah, I've been there.
You're doing too much. Jobs worth.
No, man.
I genuinely don't know what we do, where we go as a club. Like, I've always managed to see light at the end of the tunnel. Right now, I can't. That really bugs me. I can't see light at the end of the tunnel because we need so much in such a short space of time. We need someone who's like a Todd Bowley to come and go, this is what you guys need. We'll do it now so we don't have to do it in the future. It's just, boy. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, Matt, I'll come to you first and then yourself, Drift. What do you think this means for Klopp? And do we see? Do you think we'll see a change in attitude from Klopp as well? Because we've all kind of looked at his body language and stuff when they spoke about the first time the news was broke, and then we've seen his body language since, and we haven't had an interview with him since this news is broke today. are we kind of waiting now to see? Because if we don't get investment or we don't get substantial investment, is Klopp even going to stick around? I know he says he will, but at that time he probably thought we might be getting investment. Do you think he will now?
I'll be honest. When Klopp spoke about it last, well, no, in fact, first he seemed upbeat, like the future's looking bright. He said, and he also, when they're under pressure, was like, "I'm still the man to take Liverpool forward." This is obviously before JW made his announcement or whatever. I do worry now, though, and I think it'll be quite telling in press conferences for the next how many weeks on his mood. I do worry that if we see a downbeat Jurgen Klopp, let's say we're winning games and he still looks a bit off, we should be worried because it means that he was really banking on that. And if I'm not mistaken, they even asked him, in fact, was it yesterday or today, about Jude Bellingham directly? And I think he replied with Jude Bellingham, again, great player, whatever. But he was, and then they said, "Oh, if you don't get Champions League, does it mean the deal is off?" And I swear he said something or along those lines, or something like, "Oh, you know, being in Champions League obviously makes things a bit easier, but it doesn't rule out any deal for any player that wants to play for Liverpool." Bro, the way he's speaking at the moment, up until this statement, he's banking on getting some type of investment, whether it's new owners or whether it's just investment from an outsider or whatever. He's banking on that to do what he needs to do, and that's revitalize the squad. I'll tell you that now. If Jurgen Klopp doesn't get any investment, when I say if Jurgen Klopp doesn't get the sufficient funds to improve Liverpool, we actually should be worried, genuinely, because he said he will stick it out. He said he will, you know, lead us sort of like to the medium and long-term future. But I will worry that he would reconsider that if there's no investment, because there's only so many players he can sell. And if the budget is what it is in terms of, you know, we only use what we have basically, and you know, in terms of what we've sold, then Klopp is really, really going to be put to the strain, and he shouldn't be in his tenure at Liverpool, bro. This season should be the recovery season, and then FSG should be going, bro, you've done amazing for the last 3 to 4 years. We're gonna go and give you exactly what you need, bro. If that doesn't happen, we should be worried. I can't lie to you.
Drift, I'm gonna ask you a different question, and I'm not even trying to draw you out here. I'm just trying to ask: if Klopp sticks around and continues to make excuses, is he just as bad as FSG?
No. And the reason I believe that is Klopp has a relationship with us, the fans, that I think transcends what might be annoying him or things that he's not happy with. I think if you look at the perfect scenario for a football manager, it is that the fans adore you. It's pretty much like, we always call him a father, right? It's like it is like the dad wanting the family to be proud of how he conducts himself and look up to him and know he's the head of the house, etc., etc. So Klopp is that to Liverpool. And I think the love that he has for us will be similar to the situation of like, all right, I don't really love your mum anymore, or we've had our differences, but we're not going to break up. I want this family unit to stay together. I'm still going to stay here and be a part of my responsibility, put my happiness to one side to make sure everything is okay, and we run this true. And then we see Wagwan when you're all 18, you've left home, you're at uni, whatever, we'll reevaluate. I believe Klopp will do the same thing. He'll stay the head of the team. He'll take all of the licks. Who cares whether he's happy or not? He loves us. And I could be wrong. I could be naive. Some people will say that's my love for Klopp. But I believe that his admiration for us as fans, the fact he knows that we adore him, the relationship, it's a very difficult thing to find. You've got to really go high, far and wide to find a fan-manager relationship like the one Liverpool and Klopp have. It's very difficult. And I think once a manager has that, they hold on to it. So I believe he probably will protect them. He'll probably put up with things he wouldn't normally put up with. And minimum see out the new contract that he signed. And again, people might say I'm being naive, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I do think that he will see that there's nowhere else he's going to go where it's ever going to be like this for him again. And I believe that because we're the best fan base, not even just because of the relationship. We're the best fan base. Where else is he going to go where he's going to be loved like he is here? So I think he'll put up with it, Cal.
Fair dues. 2 points. So you see how I said, and look, I know people aren't going to like me when I said it, but I again, I said I put myself in there, and I'm one of those to blame as well. See how I said that we who are FSG out are to blame for them still being here. Should we not start to look at Klopp? And again, I've always understood that you don't want to go in there and just be toxic and do a Mourinho and throw people under the bus. But in the same way we've seen him talk about Fabinho's form and stuff like that, I mean, do we not need to start hearing him say stuff about the owners now if stuff is not happening behind the scenes that should be? Like, and there's ways of doing it. Like, let's say, for example, he wanted a player, and we saw it back in 2021. He wanted a player, he wanted centre backs, and he said, I'm not allowed to. That let us know who it was. That was the owners. I'm not saying he has to come out and be like, these lot are idiots and they won't give me this, they won't give me that. But he can say things that kind of let you know what it is. And that puts pressure on the owners because that will allow us to have more backing to put pressures on the owners. We've seen Rafa do it. We've seen Conte do it at Chelsea. We've seen Mourinho do it at Chelsea. Yes, we effectively know what happens to the manager. But for the greater good, does that not need to happen? If he does love the club as much as he says he does? Because I'm going to be real. If I love Kopish, if I ever thought I was holding Kopish back, then I'll be the first to come to your mat and go, boys, you know what? You might need to go on ahead without me. Do you know what I mean? So does Klopp not have to kind of look at that situation as well?
Yeah, in an idealistic world, Cal, facts. That would be bang on. But I think where we have to, as fans, maybe take our own emotions out of it just for a second, like as in like for a scenario like this, and maybe be more logical, is he does still work for them. And there is still a level of respect he has to have because he worked for them. So even though he loves the fans, even though he loves the club, even though he wants to make sure he's doing well, and even though he doesn't want to ruin his reputation, so to speak, as well, he is still employed by them. And there has to be a certain level of logic that we have to apply as fans where we're like, well, if he does say something that's a bit shady, then it is a thing where like they have the right, whether he's right or wrong to do it for us as the fans, as an employee, they'll pull him aside and be like, big man, what are you doing? What are you doing? Do you get what I'm saying? Like they could pull him aside, like regardless of how much we would love it as a fan base, they legitimately, what are you doing, bruv? Don't talk about me like that in the public. Are you mad? Don't drop them subliminals. I pay your wages. What are you doing? You work for me, bruv. Because what the difference is, like as you were saying, Callum, when he's talking about like, people like
John Henry spoke to Klopp like that, I'm hoping Klopp fires back still. I'm not going to lie to you.
No, true. But the man is still his boss. Like, effectively, even though Fabinho works for the club, yeah, as the manager, he slightly works for Klopp as well, if you get what I mean. So it's very easy for Klopp to say, yeah, Flacco ain't been playing well, because that's his employee, so to speak. Whereas he can't talk about the owners that way because he works for them. So I know we would love it if Klopp came out and he was saying all these things. But guys, we've seen it before. Mourinho, Conte, other managers of sort down the line that throw the shade and drop the subliminals, and it's done. As soon as they start doing that, it's done. You just put the stop clock on when they're going to leave the club. You just see it. If you can go back through the history of any manager who's that type of guy, and you're just putting the stop clock on the fact that they're on their way out. Do you know what I mean? From then on, like they've just almost signed their release form, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? It's very hard to come back from that. And Klopp's not that he's not that type of guy. So I don't really see him doing that, guys. As much as we'd love him to do it, I don't think you start being shady and dropping subliminals and doing all that, because it just causes problems. So I want him to do it, but I understand why he doesn't do it.
But is it being shady? Also, all right, let's say, for example, we're in a press conference and someone goes, I don't know, it's the summer. The summer just happened. Jude Bellingham's gone to Man City or Real Madrid or Man United or Chelsea, and they go, you're in for Jude Bellingham. How come you didn't get him? Him going, we didn't have the financial power to compete with the others. For me, that's not shady. That's just you asked the question, I'm giving you an answer. Is that too far to go?
He said stuff like that, Cal. Because I don't think that's shady, though. I don't think that's the shady.
No, but he says that in the grand scheme of things. If it comes down to an actual player, though, someone that he apparently is calling daily.
No, but sure, many. He said, he said, he goes, the target chose another club. Didn't he say that?
I think he did, yeah.
So he does. He's on. Here's the thing. Like Drew said, I think he's very strategic in terms of what he will say. So let's say, for example,
you got bills to pay.
That's exactly where I was going. We don't get Jude Bellingham, and literally, let's say that someone else made another bid. He would just say something like, "We're not like other clubs. We're not run like other clubs." And for all the people in the chat that want to have a go at Klopp, again, I understand you. I might not agree with you. I understand you, but you've also got to take into consideration. You see the model that we're using. There's been many a times where Klopp has almost, what would you say, like broke character or wanted to really show the real Klopp. So remember the time when he was asked like about the centre back situation, and he was just like, "Yeah, I would like to do something, but you know we can't at the moment." And not only that, he's also used phrases like, "We need to be a bit braver. We need to be a bit braver, but it's not up to me. It's not up to me." He does say that when he gets rattled. The truth really starts to seep out, in my opinion, and that for me is more of a true reflection. Like that's more of him just being honest. But I think he tries to hold counsel because if you deep it, if he was to just lambast the owners, so to speak, or disrespect the owners, what good does that do for himself? What good does that do for Liverpool? Yeah, we might all get our truth that you wanted to hear, but then where'd you go from there? Well, all that happens is he damages his reputation. They probably get rid of him, and then we'll get someone else.
But isn't his reputation being damaged already, Matt, by potentially
it is, but
top four? And
that's on his terms because he's allowing that narrative, though. He's not allowing effort. Here's the thing: FSG, like what Jeff said, is still his boss. You can't just go out there. "Oh, Jurgen, what are you going to do about Jude Bellingham?" Imagine if man just said, "I don't know. You better ask the owners, innit? They're the ones with the purse strings. Like they got the money. Well, so I can only do what I can do. You know how we run." Imagine if he just started to be really, really brazen. But he,
to be fair,
tries to be very selective.
He does say we run different, and you know how we're running it.
He's very selective in terms of what he says,
and then he also does say things like, "I'm not just going to spend money for the sake of it." But I'll be honest with you, maybe it's just me being really petty. I just want him to come out one day and be like, "I wanted this player, that player, and that player, but I couldn't get him because these lot don't want to back it."
Bro, when he said we need to be braver, what does that say to you? We need to take more risks. Bro, he's genuinely, we need more money. We need more money to go and do more things. Bro, I don't even want, I'm not just the analogy person, so I don't know.
Again,
hear me out. Cal, hear me out. You're gonna go shopping and you've been given £100, maybe you can do your weekly shopping with £100. But if someone gives you £20, you have to be very strategic. Or let's say someone gives you £30, you have to be very strategic what you're gonna get for the week. Doesn't mean to say that you can't spend money, but you know what you might do, Cal? You might buy a few things and then you might come back and go, "I didn't spend all of it." You know why? Because you're gonna try and use it and put it towards maybe next week's one or whatever. What I'm trying to say is when you sometimes don't have the required amount to do what you need to do, it's very tough to therefore, because you're in a split decision. Do you just spend it all in terms of you just go with what's ever there, or do you sort of hold some back a bit? That's where I feel like our manager is at times. And I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong in it. Because again, I can't sit here and say I spoke to Jurgen and the reason why we didn't buy Matthias Nunes wasn't because of funding, it's because he didn't want to, or Liverpool wanted to make sure that he was ready for the Prem. I don't know. Remember, they have a good relationship with what's his name? Is it Mendes? With Mendes. And apparently there is some sort of clause in there where Liverpool can get in there first. So fair enough. But I also just got to think, we just got to be realistic as well. If our manager just came out and started bashing the owners or just speaking a bit too much, a bit too close to the truth, it's only going to harm himself. Yes, us fans will be the most happiest because we get to hear the news that we've wanted to hear. Oh, great. Listen, Klopp's telling the truth. Oh, tomorrow, yeah, Jurgen Klopp's been fired by FSG due for breaching the rules of his contract.
I don't think they would fire him.
No, I'm not saying they are, but I'm just saying he's putting himself at risk. Remember, he loves Liverpool. The owners don't love Liverpool. He does. And again, I know they both make mistakes. Neither is perfect. But I'm probably going to side with the person who loves Liverpool rather than side with the person who likes Liverpool. There's a big difference between love and like. And I'm being dead serious when I say that. And if people can't understand that, that's fair enough. That's just my opinion, isn't it? Like, you love Liverpool or you like Liverpool. Who would you rather back? And I get it. The one that loves Liverpool might actually make the most errors because they love Liverpool. And therefore, you're probably more attached. But if you're attached, at least you can see, in my opinion, what you need. The person that just likes Liverpool will just be like, man, I'll just give them, yeah. Ben Davis, was Preston? Yeah, they're all right, innit? Yeah. Mike, sort that out for me. Yeah, Mike, do that. Bro, come on, man. We just got to keep it a buck. I understand it. I'll stress it one more time. Yes, Klopp ain't perfect, but there's too many times I've seen Jurgen Klopp. People just go, oh, but he's the man that signed up to this. I get it. He did. But so that means then every job you sign up to, if you don't like their policies, are you just going to quit all the time? Or are you going to wait and see what happens? Are you going to see if there's change? Because I'll be real with you. How many times have you been in a job, people, where you might not like your boss and you've gone, you know what, I'm going to see what happens. 2-2, your boss might even leave. You're like, raw, new boss. Right, that's kind of mad still. Let me see what happens here. Right, how do you know Klopp's not doing that, playing the long game? I'm just throwing examples out there.
No, I hear you. The difference with our situations, and again, we'll speak openly, we need our jobs to survive. None of us here are rich. Bruv, Klopp's on 15 mil a year. You see, if Klopp walks tomorrow, I guarantee you ain't going to see Klopp working in Marks and Spencer's. And that's not disrespect to anyone working in Marks and Spencer's. But you know what I mean? But if I quit my job tomorrow, try and know I'm going to be in another job. I'm not just going to be at home going, babe, go shopping if you want. I got it. Like, no. Like, I'm going to be on Indeed. I'm going to be out on the streets handing out CVs. Like, we ain't got 15 mil a year to live off. Do you know what I mean? Klopp can walk away and he lives comfortably. We don't have that luxury. So don't get me wrong. I think he's here for the love of Liverpool. Absolutely. But then the narrative of Klopp won't walk away or Klopp shouldn't walk away. For me, if something's not going right and you're not happy with what's happening or you're not on board with it and you have the power to walk away, because let's change your analogy, Matt. Let's say, for example, you were working somewhere, but you knew you had 200k in your bank and you could survive with that for the next 2 years without working if need be. Would you stay there and take the crap? You probably wouldn't, bro.
I probably wouldn't, but I'll tell you this though. If I like where I'm at, I'm going to try my hardest to make it work, like you said. Obviously, if it doesn't work, I hear you. You then walk away.
No, but that's why I'm saying, is he happy there? And are we kind of looking too far into things because we're
maybe
not happy?
But let me counteract that though. What's the one thing we've all said we wanted to see? Klopp with a war chest or Klopp with a sufficient budget. That's where, in my opinion, you can really make a more definitive call there. Because let's say, for example, we found out that there was 200 mil to spend, for example, and Klopp was just like, oh, you know what? Nah, Besetic and them, man. Yeah, re-sign Milner. I just get Bellingham and everyone else is cool. That's when I would be like, oh my gosh, bro. Jesus.
All right, but Matt, hold that right there, Matt. Matt, hold that right there. You see, if I said to you, Matt, I'm gonna come pick you up from the house, but I got a new car. I got a Rolls Royce. And it's and I come and pick you up every month. And me, you, and Drift, we go out. We go out for a night out every month. 7 months pass, and you go, Cal, where's this Rolls Royce you keep on talking about? Don't watch that, man. Next month, I'm gonna bring the Rolls Royce out. Next month, are you not gonna get to a point where you're like, Drift, I think Cal's lying about him having a Rolls Royce. Like, why is he telling us he's got a Rolls Royce when he hasn't? But surely Klopp ain't sitting there after 7 years being in the club saying, yeah, this is the year I'm going to get a war chest. They said it. They said it.
Funny you say that. Funny you say that. Like, let me counteract that. In the 7 years that they've been there, has the club ever been put up for sale?
Not that we know
of.
All right.
Public,
we can't go too deep into it, but
yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, there hasn't been that, because again, there probably has been things in it.
It's never been this public, should we say?
Yeah. And I've never seen a Jurgen Klopp. You know, when it was first announced, bruv, everyone was talking like we'll definitely get to. Did you see how happy he was when he was talking about the future of Liverpool, bro? Fast forward that 2 months later, the man looks like he just can't be asked. And then until we started winning games, the little bit of the fight started to come back in him. Bro,
Also, when players came back from injury as well, Matt.
I hear you. You have to understand, he's the manager, but he's also going to get blindsided. Remember the furlough and the Super League? Remember, he didn't know about these things. So there's certain things that owners are not going to tell him. For example, Mike Gordon, who was based in the UK, if I'm not mistaken, was the day-to-day guy that was going between Boston and Liverpool, yeah, and London as well, because I think they got offices in London, yeah. Mike Gordon, who was the one that kind of, I guess, really bridged the two parties together, that's Liverpool and FSG, was told to go and see if you can get investment or sell the club. Apparently, that's one of the big things as well. Remember, that's FSG's guy. They understand how important he is for Jurgen Klopp, and they were just like, we don't care about you, fam. We got to do our own thing. There's only so much he's going to take in it, I guess. But at the same time, I'm hoping that he's able to see it through, because I do believe he's the man in charge. Because I'll tell you this, yeah, but the last thing I'll say, it will be one of the saddest stories to see Jurgen Klopp go before these guys, especially if, you know, you can clearly see it's not his fault, but because the vision that they gave him just started to fall apart. And then where we have to go and find a new manager. And again, I'm not afraid of change, by the way. Klopp ain't some god. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, I just want to see whether he's still the guy. And we can't do that until we see him with sufficient funds, in my opinion. You can't just get rid of him now or he walks. That'll be crazy for us.
I hear that. Shout out to Jamrock, because I was going to mention this next. This is a Klopp quote. As far as I know, they are looking for investors, and that makes sense. Whatever happens, I'm committed to the club. Nobody had a heart attack when they heard the news. I'll also use this as well. Everything is not solved in the transfer market, which is direct quotes from Klopp.
He's right, though.
Guys, I'm going to ask you straight. When this Ornstein thing came out, did we just buy into it rather than, because let's be honest, it's Ornstein. It's not like it's me, you, or Drift releasing this news, Matt. Like, this is Ornstein. He's reputable. When he tweets something, 9 times out of 10, it usually happens, right?
Yeah, one of the best in the world, easy.
The fact that, and what makes it feels as though he was leaked the news by someone credible, because he's not just going to write that article and
facts
where we just played.
Depends if you believed it or not.
But what good does that? What I don't, you know, I'm not sure. What good does it do for the fan base? Because you see how a lot of people in the chat like to say they're businessmen. What good is it to play the people that love the club?
Matt, they don't care about us, bro. They don't. FSG don't care about us.
Fair enough.
From a business standpoint, again, please do correct me, guys. I don't know all the knowledge. But if you put something up for sale, if I'm not mistaken, it does something to the share prices, which affect the overall price that you could potentially get, or it does something to do with share prices, and that's what's being spoken about at the moment. One, it kept us quiet about January. Let's be honest, we were all peed off about January, but we sat here at the end of January when we get new owners, hopefully by the summer, then we're cool. Poor Bruno. I don't know what Bruno's going to say on Friday, because he was expecting something by April.
Cal, we thought it was going to be a hot boy summer.
But I thought it was going to be a hot boy winter Drift.
Yeah, I know.
So did we just get played? Because again, I don't think Ornstein's just going to tweet this out. Let's say, for example, we tweeted to Ornstein or direct messaged him and was like, FSG are putting the club up for sale. But he'll probably read the message and just leave it unseen. Someone with a reputation has given Ornstein that news for him to then go out and put himself out there, his reputation on the line, and go.
But he was fed false information, Cal, by Billy Hogan and them, man. There.
So
but that's
false information,
so what's
bro.
The end game for FSG? Bro. You know Inception, where he spins the thing to know whether he's dreaming or not. Yeah, well, is he still underneath the thing or not? Has man got to tip him backwards? Do you know what I'm saying?
If they played us, though, they
played us, man. They played us.
Or are they playing the market, guys? Because if Man United gets sold for a certain amount, that kind of gives the valuation of Liverpool. And that's a risk to play, because let's say, for example, Man U go for 3.5 bill. Liverpool know they can't sell for 3.5 bill. Whereas
Man U's gonna
now
go
they
for
can
about
get 3.5 bill. Say that again, bro.
Well,
Sorry.
they're gonna go for about 6. I heard Man United.
United. If United are going for 6 bill, FSG are going to want 5.5 minimum, and we're done.
Well, remember, we already know what the market value is, Cal, with Chelsea going for around 3. I think it was 4, but a billion of that was debt. So it was around 3. What was
No,
the
I
actual
think
value
it
of the
was
club?
3 and a billion was included in the debt. I think it was 3.
Oh, was it? Okay, I thought it was
remember,
3.
Chelsea
and then
need a new stadium. I think they need new training stuff. Chelsea need a lot. But
Yeah,
we
yeah,
don't.
yeah.
We just need footballers.
They do.
But
Think about
the
We
value
just
they went for,
need footballers.
yeah, no, I know.
Everything
Cal.
else is done.
But the value Chelsea went for still kind of knows us where the market is in comparing. Do you know what I mean? Because we are valued at a higher price than Chelsea, so we already kind of do know a rough valuation of the club just based on the fact that Chelsea went for that much. Being compared to Man United might be a little bit of a stretch, as in I would probably say Man United are worth about £1 billion more easy just on commerciality and
Not that much
all that
anymore.
kind of stuff.
Half a bill, I'd say, Drift.
Do you
Not a
think
whole
so?
bill, innit? Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
but I know we hate them, but I would say they're probably worth about £1 billion more than us
They've got
commercially.
rats in their stadium, bro. Like,
I said rats in
no,
stadium.
bro, I'm not joking, bro. I was speaking to my cousin today.
No,
the
I know,
United
I
fan.
know.
Like, he said there's rats in the stadium and there's holes in the roof. It can't be a whole bill, bro. It can't be. And the training, bro, they ain't upgrade, bro. Cristiano Ronaldo come out to Big Piers Morgan and said the jacuzzi still got the same mold around the edges as it did back in 2012. Like,
yeah, them man need some sillet bang up in there, bro.
They need new silicone and everything.
I'm not gonna lie though, yeah. When you actually deep it, yeah, whether it's half a bill, whether it's a bill, whatever it is, the valuation we still know what it should roughly be in it. Whether it's half a bill or a bill less than Man United, or whether it's $1 billion more than where we know the rough ballpark, which is quite like no pun intended. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up Kojo every time.
Big up.
Because you know we're in the middle of that somewhere, in it. We're somewhere between Chelsea and Man United's valuation, whichever way we're looking at it. So we've got between a £3 billion to a £5 billion ballpark. No pun intended, because obviously the Boston Red Sox and all that. Somewhere in there. Yeah, that's the ballpark. You know what? Fuck what I was about to say, or the point I was about to make. We need a Cristiano Ronaldo. We need a rap. We need an insider to come and just say something and just rattle the cage. We just need someone to come up and just shake the thing, brother, and just make them realize that the rug's about to be pulled from under them, and they got to do something about it, whether it's invest or duck out. Because you know what? Here's the thing: sorry to cut you, Cal, because I'm going to forget what I'm going to say. Whether or not we want FSG out or not, yeah. Whether or not it's better for the club if they leave or not. Do you know the one thing that we haven't actually spoken about for a very long time, which is still something that could easily be a situation here, is that these men just put their hand in their pocket and spend money. Because look at them man there over in North London. Do you remember how long they never spent money at Arsenal? They went years where they were upset with the fact that they didn't do what they needed to do. They were always tired, this, that, and the third. And now their owners have believed in Arteta and they've allowed the man all the money he's wanted in the project. Maybe not all of it, because they didn't get more.
Hierarchy, Drift. There's a change in the hierarchy. It's not the same. Gunnar Lee was telling me about it. There's a change in the hierarchy. That's why they're now spending money. Or
didn't that change happen about 4 years ago though?
Yeah,
and they were still, and there was
money.
No, they've only really spent money for the last 2 years.
What? Brother, they signed Lacazette and then Aubameyang in the January after, bro.
No, but
Arsenal have been spending for a while, bro. Don't get
maybe. Maybe
spending for a while.
You're right, maybe you're right.
Mustafi all cost 40 mil, bro.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
They've been spending money,
but still,
Ben White was 50 mil.
Yeah, it was.
No, but that was recently though. I know in the last 2 years they've been spending money, but like,
no, but the Lacazette, the Ozils, the Aubameyangs, Pepe. What was Pepe 70?
Leno was 24 mil, and then they're going to replace with another 20 odd mil keeper.
Do you know what? For real,
for a minute.
Scratch using them as example for real. They have been spending money, but still, the point still remains that FSG could just put their hand in their pocket. They could just put their, because I don't have a problem with FSG if they spend above their means to make sure we're successful. I've always said it. You can quote me from a year, 2 years, 3 years ago. If they loved us, if they put their hand in their pocket, if they spent money, I wouldn't have a problem with them because the other stuff they do is very good. They are great businessmen. They've made the value of the club rise. They do know what they're doing, but they won't put their hand in their pocket. If they put their hand in their pocket, I wouldn't even have a problem with these guys. So put your hand in your pocket and spend money.
You're missing something. They don't even necessarily need to put their hand in their pocket. The money's there.
Yeah. Well,
correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, right.
The money, the 600 mil, whatever it is, 500 mil, is within Liverpool Football Club. But for some strange reason, these man, we don't know. I wonder where that's gone. I don't know.
What money?
There is money there. There's hundreds of millions that's there, and it's just there. And I need to know why. Because I saw those accounts. Why can't Jurgen Klopp take out 200 mil and say, yo, I need this? Why are they
500 million? Matt, you know the answer to that.
What's the answer?
Bobby, you told me the other day, what's the priority for FSG to be doing at the moment? What are they doing?
No, I just wanted to lead you up to. Oh, what you mean the repayments?
Yeah, the priority is repaying apparently.
Of course, because they take priority over everything.
Let me help
what?
The loans.
Yeah,
the loans, bro. You know the loans.
But the loans are to them.
Yes, Drift. Yes. Exactly. They want their money back, bro.
They want their money back. That is high on the priority.
I've got way too much going on in my life for me to hear stuff like that and not switch. We better change the subject because I'll start saying stuff.
Jamrock says, Team Kopish, FSG aren't the masters of PR. I disagree with that, Jamrock. I actually think they are. The media, journalists, and ITKs just know how to get engagement from Liverpool fans. Easiest thing out there. I agree with that second bit. I do. I'll be honest. No, do you know, I won't say that.
I'll just ask Jamrock one question then, because I saw him live. I saw this brother live in was it Spain, innit? It was Madrid when we won the final, innit? We're in Madrid. Yeah. I saw this pussy hole live in Spain, looking me in my eyes down the camera, saying, whatever Jurgen wants, Jurgen can have. Fucking bullshit, bruv. Because you know who we bought? Sepp Vandenberg, a 16-year-old Harvey Elliott. And who else? We didn't buy anyone else, did we? Who else did we?
Adrian was free.
Adrian, a movie character. And you want to tell me that these men ain't the masters of PR?
Adrian, like Rocky.
Adrian, these men are the masters of PR. The man looked me in my eyes down the fucking lens and told me whatever Klopp wants, Klopp can have.
We're gonna
fucking bullshit. These men are the masters.
But here's the problem. So, Jamrock, I'm going to answer this question. What did Jurgen want? Can you answer that? We can't. But I'll be very, very honest with you, Jamrock. And I'm going to give you two answers here. One is Jurgen didn't want that, but that's what Jurgen was given. But we don't know. Two, that is what Jurgen wanted, and that's what Jurgen got. And if that is the case, then with all due respect to Jurgen, if you only wanted Sepp Vandenberg and Harvey Elliott after winning the Champions League and missing out on the Prem by a point, I don't care if you want it the next season. We're going to have to talk about your situation as Liverpool manager. Respectfully.
Facts.
But here's the thing, Jamrock. The reason why people like me, Matt, and Drift can turn around and say some of these things under Brendan Rodgers, under Kenny Dalglish, under Jurgen Klopp, we've seen the same stories play out. Brendan wanted Conor Plianka, couldn't get him. Diego Costa, couldn't get him. Alex Teixeira Klopp wanted, couldn't get him. Mohamed Salah, couldn't get him. How many more? How many times have players wanted to come to this club? How many times have managers wanted players at the club? And we ain't got them, Jamrock. So this is why I'm at a point now. I've seen Liverpool Football Club without Jurgen Klopp.
Alex Teixeira.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Is he still in China?
I've seen Liverpool without Jurgen Klopp. I ain't seen this Liverpool without FSG. That will give us the concrete answer. But right now, if I'm a detective and all I've got to work of is evidence and past history, then with all due respect, FSG are in the mud.
Guys,
because they give us nothing. Clint Dempsey. Remember, he wanted Clint. Do you know what they said to him? You got to give them a whole Henderson and 4 million for Clint Dempsey, and we still couldn't even get over the line.
Fam, we're the worst, you know.
You see that Mo one? You see the one that annoys me more than anything about Mo, and Cal spoke about this in the past.
We would have won the league.
We would have won the fucking league if they'd have just paid the money for Mo. If we'd have bought Mo in the January of 2014 and give Brendan that little boost, that little extra that we needed, we would have won the fucking league. And what is that reminiscent of, guys? 2020, 6 years later, when we had no centre back, same scenario in January. We need that funding. They don't do it. There are too many examples of FSG being tight for FSG in people to not start to notice there's a little bit of a, you know what I mean? There's just a little bit of a pattern. There's just a pattern. Again, Klopp isn't blameless, but there is a pattern here. There is definitely a pattern that people need to understand. They are not going to change. And they're not going to do what we need to do to be better. They're just not, are they? There's just way too much. Conor Plianka, these men, they're pretending they never got the paperwork done. Nah, you didn't want the paperwork done. Do you remember that, guys? That January where they tried to pretend
I remember
the paperwork for Conor Plianka
Ian Air was over there.
Time.
He was in Ukraine.
Yeah, he was over there. What you mean? Like them man there walked on the moon? Yeah, all right. Do you remember that?
We were saying green screen.
Green screen, bro. Ian Air, bro.
No,
Ian there weren't over there. What kind of dumb shit is that, man? I don't believe none of it.
Nah, remember Lamar? Remember Thomas Lamar? Yeah. Liverpool were very interested in Thomas Lamar. Then they said something like 70 million. Liverpool like, yeah, don't worry about it. It's cool.
They smoke stringed us with Cater for Lamar because we were so gassed over Cater that like we kind of blinded them on not getting Lamar. Do you remember? We were like, oh well, we got Cater, so it doesn't really matter anyway.
Bro, I'm telling you from now.
Last
summer,
we went into the season weaker than how we ended the previous season. We bought 2 project players. No, sorry, with all due respect to we bought 3 project players. 3 project players. One of which was from January when that was meant to happen. So in my opinion, we only signed 2. The summer before that was a player that we should have signed the year before. And again, here's the thing, yeah, and this is where me and Drift have always knocked heads. You see, even if it was Jurgen's decision and he said no, I only want Konate.
Yeah,
you know what owners should be good enough to do? Question back and be like, you only want Konate. What about this position? What about that position? What about that position? But these lot can't question Klopp. Do you know why? Because they don't know any better.
Boom.
If someone comes in. If a plumber comes into my house and goes, Cal, we're going to have to change all the plumbing in the house. But all it is there's something stuck in my kitchen sink. But they know I can pull the wool over my man's eyes, get a couple grand in the bank, tell him all the pipes. What can I say back to that person? I don't have the knowledge.
But this is how mechanics have been duping people for years, Cal. Yeah, you need new brakes, you need new buffers, you need your steering wheel aligned. You know, we're going to have to change the exhaust. There's some rust under in the chassis. And you just like, oh, raw shit. And you just
I better go and do that. Yeah.
So really, truly, yeah, I'm upset with the amount of power Klopp has at the moment. I am. But again, he's only got that amount of power because the people above him don't know what's going on. If Jurgen Klopp says, I want Carvalho, he's the best player in this position available, what are they going to do? Turn around and say, no, he's not. They don't know.
To be fair.
You think Jurgen could do that to Roman Abramovich?
No,
Roman Abramovich probably turn around and go, oh, no, we've got this player, and that player can play in that position. Are you sure they're better than him?
Michael Edwards, though, was the only one that challenged him.
And he's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone.
And you never guess what? His predecessor, he's leaving as well. And FSG are like, don't worry about it.
And again,
I'm not expecting.
Ain't worry about nothing. He's Timberlake, you know.
Ain't gonna worry about nothing.
I'm not expecting FSG to know every single thing about football. But you know what? As owners who have been here for 12 years, 13 years, you should surely have some information. Surely I should. If I was to meet John W. Henry or whoever one of these lot are in a pub and sat down and started talking about football, They should be able to hold a conversation with me about football by this time.
They
I bet you
can't.
they couldn't.
They can't.
I bet you they couldn't.
Robert Pires.
Can't.
How long did he play in the Premier League? Never even bothered learning English.
They can't.
Didn't
Yeah, he
even
did.
bother to learn
Pires
English.
learned English. Of course
No, he didn't.
No, you're thinking about.
He didn't, bruv.
You're thinking about Tevez.
You're thinking about Bielsa, bro. That's what you're thinking about.
Or Bielsa,
Oh,
or Gareth
Tevez.
Bell, who went Spain and never bothered learning Spanish. Whatever it is, like man was like, bruv, I swear Pires never learned English. I saw somebody interpreting his interview, and he'd been in England for about 7 years, and he still didn't do an interview.
Bielsa was one of Bielsa. You see, Tevez, Bielsa, them man there just couldn't be bothered. Just couldn't be asked.
Ask
Them man-
Bielsa a question, and man would just do this. Like, he wouldn't even acknowledge.
I'm not gonna lie, I got a feeling Bielsa knew how to speak English, but his interpreter was a tax write-off.
I reckon he probably did.
You know, there was where he thinks the camera stopped rolling. He's like, "Fucking hell, these men are getting on my bloody nerves."
You say, man, had a Cockney accent. Oh, these lot think I'm dumb. They think I'm a mug. Know everything he's saying. Silly mug called me an idiot boy on my back. You think I'm giving him another interview? You can do one.
Oh my days.
Man, he's bird. Let me have
Man
these
said
seasons.
Steve McLaren talking Dutch. You know.
Monkey
No,
King
man,
says-
just put on a Dutch accent. That was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen.
Bro,
in my life.
I'd never understand how people do that. If you can't speak the language, don't try. Like, you know, people try and sound like if you can't speak Spanish, don't go. Like, say someone says, I'm giving an example. Say someone says pizza. You don't go pizza. You don't. What is that? Why do people do that?
Bro, that's like me moving to France, and instead of learning French, I just start
Yeah.
going, basically, what I am trying to tell you is,
Yeah.
everyone will look at me like, what is wrong with
Really
this
good
dude?
with the language. Yeah, I can speak France.
Yeah, the
France.
football was, they'll be
I
like,
even done
yo,
the gestures. France.
but from when man drew for an umbrella, man knew he was a douche anyway.
massive trouble. Monkey King says Drifter is right. I knew not to get too happy. Yeah, he was, man. You were right, Drift, brother. It hurts me to say it, I can't lie.
I hate being right, you know. I hate being right.
Monkey King says Kopish looking like Sadio, Bobby, and Salah. Big up yourself, Monkey King.
There you go.
There you go.
I don't
hope
wanna
I'm
start
still
a fire
Mane
here.
in that. I hope I'm still Mane in that. Yeah.
I'd
Which
say
one's?
Bobby.
Oh no, Cal's
I'll
Bobby,
go,
man.
Bobby,
innit? Salah's,
And it makes
Salah's
sense
not, innit?
because
Left-footed.
Matt's left-footed anyway, so it
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense. Yeah, but
I'm
I'm
the
always
Egyptian king.
Sadio.
Yeah, but that
I'm
means
always
I
Sadio.
know, but Cal, that means you're fading.
I know. Look at me, bruv. You lot, bruv, let's be real. You lot remember when I first started Kopish? I was in shape, fresh trim every
If
2
we
weeks.
got a
No,
conversation, do we give him a new deal? Do we get
Look at me
does he
now,
get a
bruv.
new deal?
Look at me, bruv. Look at me. I'm not what I used to be when you man first met me. Look at me, bruv.
I'm not even gonna lie though, Matt. You need to answer a few questions for some poor performances in the last calendar year. Still, I'm not gonna. I tried to drag us to a quadruple, bro. Where was you, bro?
allow it. What do you mean? What was I doing? I was doing Ballon d'Or. I was setting you up, bro. What do you mean? When you was going through your bad moments, I was still flying the kite.
That was
What
the
you
year
talking-
before, bro. That was
what
the
you
year
talking about?
before.
Only
blood.
now I'm going a bit mad still. I can't like even up. Yeah, in fact, I'll probably say I folded more than Cal. Still, pause.
What you say? We're gonna have to start calling you MacBook instead of MacBook, yeah?
That's it, MacBook. No.
I don't want to start a fire here. Could we be losing some of our bigger players in the summer to get players in?
Bruv,
Like
You know
who?
what I'm talking about.
I'm not in the right mind frame.
No,
to start
we can't.
talking
We
about
can't
I'll
have that
leave
type
it.
of
I'll leave it
conversation.
for today.
No.
I'll leave it for today.
Yeah,
yeah,
not today.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
today. Not today. Not today.
Bassett 1%. Big up yourself, Bassett. It's been a while. Sending love,
For
Drift. FSG here for life. Let's crack on. Man said,
Big
let's
up,
crack
man.
on, you know.
Big up.
G, shout out for your super chat. M
up.
Shack says Drifty is back. FSG LFC ruining my mental health.
Big up,
Join
big
the
up.
club,
Stay
bro.
strong, M.
Join the club.
Trust.
Shimron says Drifty, it's a blessing to see you, bro. Big up.
Big up,
Yes,
man.
indeed,
Big up,
man.
big up.
Trust me.
H says timing of the news is a P tape. Big up Drifty. Big up yourself, H.
Big up.
Jamrock says, Cal, real talk, when they say a full sell article. Yeah, it wasn't FSG, but you wouldn't expect them to. I mean, Man United haven't come out and said we're actively trying to sell the club either, Jamrock. That's been article, but we know what's going on there as well, bro. Beretta says, I don't get FSG's play. Value's only going down now. Value's only going down, but remember what they bought us for. So they're making money as things stand right now. So even if the value goes down, it's not going to go down to 300 million. So even if we go down to 301 million, they still make a profit while reaping and getting money as we go down.
I know, so but they got to cash out while they're at the top, Cal, man.
They don't drift. They're cashing out as we speak, bro.
They're holding a lot of chips right now. They don't want to end up being the guy with just one at the end of the night. You know,
we're an investment to them. They are making money off us on a daily basis. This isn't like we just bought a car and trying to flip it. Remember, when you've got a car, it's a depreciating asset, so you want to try and flip it as quick as possible. Liverpool's only getting more and more valuable. And
not anymore,
so low.
Cars are worth double what they're supposed to be in this economy.
You're right. That's a bad example. You're right.
Oh, bro, it's crazy, bro.
Kike says, welcome back, Drifty. Hope you're well, brother. Big up yourself, Kike.
Big up, man.
Monkey King says, won't be long until we're back in Warrior kits. I'll take New Balance. I don't think Warrior's about. Warrior's not even about anymore. I'll take New Balance.
Yeah. What's that sponsor that Newcastle have? No disrespect, but I've never heard of it before in my life.
What is it?
Like Castor.
We'll be rolling with them.
They sponsor Wolves as well.
Newcastle won't be rolling with them for long. Best believe they won't be rolling with them for long.
AM says, when I heard the FSG news, I had violent thoughts. Join the club, bro. I think I just slapped the remote on the sofa. My missus like, everything all right? And I was just like, you wouldn't understand, babe, man. So I'm gonna go and get some apple juice. And she's like, on your water today. I was like, no, that's done now. That's done now. I need something stronger now. Eastwood says, welcome back, Drift. I was starting to worry. Matt and Cal were acting like FSG couldn't get your new deal over the line.
If it was up to FSG, it wouldn't have been over the line. They let me go with that one album.
Yeah, if it was after FSG, this channel wouldn't be going full stop.
No, they would have done me like Emre and Genie, bro. I would have been out the back door.
Channel would have been done for, bro.
More like Philip Dagan, bro. Remember when that man ripped up his contract? Like, it'd have been a Philip Dagan situation.
I forgot about Philip Dagan,
bro.
Klein, yeah.
They sent man to LA to do filming, and then they came back and Locker was gone, fam.
Yeah, bro.
Peak.
Khalid says there are still positives even with FSG in. Investment is still being sought, and the stadium could collect 140 mil, so Klopp could get 200 mil. But that's just one summer potentially if we're lucky.
What? But yeah, I was gonna say, what about going forward?
I was gonna say, Khaled, as well. Yeah, how do we know that money's actually gonna go to Klopp?
Why should we have to rely on a step that we should have to rely on that?
Look at all the Nike money. Where's that gone? All the prize money from all the trophies we won. Where did that go?
Boy, official AMD speak says the timing of this before the Champions League game shows just how little FSG know about the club. Good to see you back, Jeff. Fact.
That is such a big point.
Official AMD. I didn't even think of that. What a fantastic super chat.
Big point.
They probably don't even know we're playing Real Madrid. How about that?
Yeah, they probably don't.
Real Madrid. They probably have no idea.
They don't even know we're playing, probably. You're right.
They're like, Real Madrid? So who's the fake one?
I thought they were playing Swansea. They all wear white kits over there, right? They don't care. They don't know nothing. Zabiri says, why would we protest? Because our manager is wanting specific targets. Why sell if business is good? If anything, we should protest for unity. You'll never walk alone. They're not going to sell because business is good.
Business is good.
It would drop very quickly, though.
We're not going to get unity, Zabiri.
Business
I'm
is
gonna be
good
real
off
with you.
the pitch, not on the pitch.
I'll be honest with you. As bad as this sounds, I don't even want unity anymore.
No, I just want them gone.
I now want to convince people at FSG in to become FSG out. I feel like that's my new purpose for the next year going forward. I don't want unity now. I want these lot out by any means necessary, to an extent, obviously. Matt's Bicazette says LFC to JW Henry. Won't you let me live? Won't you let me die? Yeah, facts. Eastwood says we don't have a war chest for 2023. We have a bird chest. Hashtag MGL. Facts again. Mitchell Wells. FSG have done the bare minimum for years, and now that's finally caught up with us and looking for investors to fix the problem for them. Disgusting. Facts. That's like me being a bad dad and then going to my missus, just go out there and get a simp, will you? I can't be asked. Just go and get a simp. Like, I don't want to do all this stuff. Just go and get one. Find the guy who'll just do it.
Isn't it?
And
like
then we'll
letting
live
your wife have a sugar daddy,
bro.
and then every time she buys him a handbag, you make sure you get the receipt so you can get a refund on it and keep the money in it.
I didn't even think of that. That's a decent little hustle still. I might speak to the missus later, bro. You never know what can happen.
But what, he just wants to talk to you?
Chest.
That's all he wants. He just wants to talk to you.
4D chest, you know.
Is that it? and the foot pick. Hey,
He
can
just
we
wants
run
companionship.
You know what I said? All man wants is a quick shot of the toes and a conversation every now and again. Hey, let's run this hustle, man. Let's run this hustle.
Do you need your receipt? Yeah, I do.
You know what I'm saying? And I tell you what, if you paint your toes, you're cheating on me. Unpainted toes. Unpainted toe pics. No. If you've had a pedicure, you're cheating on me now.
Oh, no.
Oh,
It's a good hustle, man. Good hustle.
JC84 says FSG once again proving their corruption. First furlough, then Super League. Now the fake sell news that attracted investors to every other club but Liverpool, proving they can't be trusted. Disgrace. I reckon at this point they're Man United fans, you know. I really do. I really think they're Man United fans. Remember how these lot did the whole joint? Again, wasn't FSG. But remember, a section of Liverpool fans did the joint thing with the Man United supporters group. How's that working out? Out?
Yeah, there's a group.
Who was the two owners that led the Big Six project?
Yeah.
Who were the two owners that started the ESL?
Hey, maybe the G and FSG stand for Glazers, bro.
Oh, that's a Weebay moment. It's a Weebay moment.
I was gonna say something then, but I realized YouTube would definitely censor what I was gonna say.
Zaviri says, sorry, fam. If Kopish wasn't a business, I would be a part of it already. I got the one signing I wanted in January. Sorry, guys. Sorry, you guys don't align with the club and owners, members' videos on FSG level. I disagree.
Zabiri, you're telling me I'm not saying you can't be happy with it. You're telling me, Zabiri.
Surely Zabiri didn't just want.
Yeah.
You could
I
not.
got the one signing I wanted. You just wanted one because Zabiri.
Unless he's saying what Klopp's saying.
Yeah, because Zabiri can't be saying I know
Zabiri wanted a midfielder. I know that for a fact. We've had conversations.
Yeah.
So he must be talking about what Klopp's saying.
Yeah.
And if Klopp did say that, then yeah, Klopp needs to be questioned.
Oh, if Klopp has said something, and again, it's how he says it as well. And I'm not trying to defend Klopp, but if Klopp says things like, we got in a player, I'm happy with him. Well, of course he's gonna say he's happy because he's brought in a player. But if Klopp said, we don't need nobody else, like we just, I trust in everybody, I'm gonna also read how he says it as well. Because you have to be honest, bro. There's no point Klopp doing the whole, I wanted to do more, and he knew we couldn't do it anyway. What does that do again? It just causes problems, innit? It causes a rift. We need him to be a bit more transparent, I guess. That's what people are saying, innit? And I understand that he does need to be a little bit more transparent so we can stop all this like speculation talk.
James says the team going for titles is done while FSG is here. The team needs proper investment, but they will give Klopp crumbs, will be sell to buy. Here's the thing. I don't even know if we are sold to buy anymore. We're just not buying like that.
We just sell, don't buy.
No, but really and truly, even in the summer, we didn't sell anyone to get Gakpo. We didn't sell anyone to get Diaz, from what I can remember. We're just not buying in the quantities we need to. And then when we're selling at low value as well, because we're hanging on to players for too long. But again, I think that's more down to Klopp and the recruitment team in terms of selling. In terms of buying, again, I think it's down to the owners. But G says 1K viewers under 100 likes, run it up, people. Yeah, please, people. Over 1,000.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on, people. Let's try and get out to at least. Indeed.
No, do you know what? 800. I think 800 is reasonable. 800 likes, guys. We had a solid 1,000 of you in here, minimum. Let's get 800 likes, please, guys.
Thanks.
Official AMD says, I think this timing shows that QIA moving on to Man United after the FSG's refusal to sell majority stake holds more credence. Again, that could be a point. They only came out of this news after the Man United stuff happened as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it's unraveling. It's unraveling. Dado1 says it just feels great to have our brother Drifty back on Kop-Ish. Nothing but love, Matt and Cal, for keeping things ticking over while Drifty was sorting out personal issues. You'll never walk alone, my Kop-Ish brothers. Big up yourself, Dado.
Big up, man.
Official AMD Speak says that video of the Ute being pushed over the water is a conversation FSG had with Klopp learning in about the transfer budget hitman settings. I'll add some context to that, by the way. That video is actually, she's actually a I don't know if she's a lifeguard, but she's a swimming teacher and basically teaching toddlers how to float. She ain't out here just dashing kids in the
it's the because I had to do some research to find out why this woman's not in jail. So basically, it's the final stages of baby survival training. Yeah. So they have them in clothes, so they learn how to swim in clothes. Because if you fall in the water with clothes on, that's a realistic, real life.
Yeah,
scenario.
Of course, but you can never do that.
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying. You can never do that to my daughter. I swear to God. Nah, seriously. If someone's gonna do it, it's gonna be me. Could you imagine that? Obviously, I understand it. No, all jokes aside, I know that.
Even the force she has to use that force for them.
Look at it again. That could never be tones. Are you crazy? No.
She's too excited about the flip. Watch the flip. She's too excited about the flip. Look, she dashes her like, watch it. Watch the flip. Watch it.
Nah, fam.
Hey, look at the turn away, bro. That's disgusting.
That could, you see?
No, she had to use that force as well, so the child flipped enough not to hit their head.
That force.
She turns away like this, bro.
That force was unnecessary. Nah, fam.
Oh, okay. Bro, she enjoyed that too much.
No, all right. So me and the missus were taking Robbie to swimming, innit? And you have to do certain things like that. Like we had to dunk Robbie under the water and hold him there for a couple seconds, then bring him up and do things like to get him used to it. Like he obviously annoyed him, innit? But you have to do some of those things.
No, I understand that. The same thing with Bukari, but then I've never seen that. Bro, there's doing the whole.
She went like she did it like it was a Roger Federer forearm. It was
yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro. She did the no look dash, bro. She's like, that's like
it's the top spin that got me. She just went.
Yeah. She put the kid in a full front flip. No, I'm sorry. Survival training for a 3-year-old is wild.
Nice, necessary drift, bro. It's necessary, man.
But I know brothers my age who can't swim, bro. I know people my age that can't swim.
It's necessary, bro.
And they're flinging toddlers in the deep end.
No, you can't do that. I think you can do that, but that is wild, bro. That is so wild.
Have any of you not been swimming in Garms?
Yeah.
No, I'm not a good swimmer. I can be honest.
A 3-year-old does not have the body strength to swim with the weight that water adds to their body.
I struggle with just a swimming trunks, yeah, let alone fully clothed. Are you crazy?
And I'm sure the kid don't even want to survive if there's no parent to save them, because the parent has unfortunately not been able to save themselves. It's like, what's the kid going to be just doing? Just sitting there by themselves, like, wow, where's everyone gone in the middle of the river?
All jokes aside, looking back at that now, obviously we're not gonna do this, but let's say there was a slow motion, bro. It looked like the kid gets whiplash at the back of the net. You know, the net just like, bro. That's enough to knock out a child. You know,
they're stronger than you think, bro.
No, bro. I'm not saying not, but Look at it again. Do it in full time. Let me see this one more time. Cal, look at it again. Hold on. Drift. Keep playing that clip, yeah? Stay there. Keep playing that clip.
Listen to the devilish laughing.
Look at this. Nah, man.
Nah.
It's look at her action doing it as well. This is what crap. He's like, get in the pool.
Nah,
bro.
the missus couldn't even look at it. She was just like, Bro, it's mad.
When I showed the missus, she's like, if Robbie has to do a class like that, you're gonna have to take him to that one, or else I'm gonna end up in prison.
How?
I was like, fair enough.
Bro.
Why couldn't the kid fall in feet first? Why did she have to flip the kid like a pancake?
Because if you put the kid in feet first, because remember, it's all about shock, innit? If the kid's running on the side of the pool,
The kid's shocked, all right, Cal.
Man said it's about shock.
The kid
Bro.
probably just about learned how to walk and knows up from down in general on ground. Never mind in the water,
No,
bro.
I think that's too violent.
no, it's no, because again, if you dunk the kid in feet first, the kid knows what's coming, so it's not a shock scenario.
Bro, you're acting like the kid is gonna fall off a flipping dual carriageway 50 feet down into a freaking river anytime soon. I do not think that's bro. The velocity is mad. But the velocity, that's some Final Destination thing. Falling so far down, you can see. Bro, like you're on a ride. It's, all right, I don't want to say this, but say you're on a ride or something. God forbid. But I'm just saying, like something crazy like that, and you're falling that far. That's the type of reaction that you would get, that whiplash. Bro, I get it's about learning, but again, the force. In fact, that person had the force. That person was Darth Vader.
I'm just wondering how the world's got so PC, but we're allowed to dash kids in the pool head first at 2.
But we're not just we got to change. We're not just dashing kids. She's right there. Like she's outside
the kid in the pool. Cal, you need a reload, bro. She dashed the kid in the pool, bro.
Cal, tell me when is the kid going to face velocity into a pool?
The kid in the pool. Look at the no-look dash.
There's a reason why there's a clip, bro. It's the laugh. No, fam.
It's a lot to look at still, but it's not as bad as it seems, I don't think.
Cal, I know you. If you saw that and you're because you say you knew what's gonna happen, but you saw it. I don't think
you can't do that to my baby first. I've got to see that to other kids first.
This is what I'm saying.
Robbie's not gonna be the guinea pig, bro. Oh no.
It's my first time. Excuse me, what? It's your first. Yeah, I just got my coaching badges yesterday.
No. But no, I'll be real with you. If I'm there and she talks me through it and is like, look, I'm gonna lure the child to the edge of the ball and I'm gonna forcefully get him in the pool. He's gonna front flip and all that. You're gonna have to talk. You can't just be like, oh, we're gonna try something new today. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh,
bro, how do we get Project Mbappe going when every time Robbie sees a football, he's traumatized by the time he was hip tossed into the fucking swimming pool by some rando who thought it was funny to go and then fucking bro, that's madness.
How does Project Foul and Project Gerard get better if I keep on letting them score goals without trying? If Stevie scores a goal now, he's earned it. If Robbie scores a goal, he's earned it.
But are you gonna double foot challenge him and be like, big man, you got to firm that. This is what the big boy leagues are. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna.
You got to prepare yourself for when them come in with these crunching tackles.
You ease them in gradually. That's how we all learn to play football as well.
I've swept Stevie before.
No, yeah, I've swept Kyrie, but you don't do it like he's a grown man.
No, not like a grown man. But yeah, if he's holding on the shirt and stuff, you just got to
but bro, remember, but you know in the back of your mind, obviously.
Hold on a minute. Did you lot both just admit that for some random reason your kids are just getting swept like Street Fighter?
Yeah, both, yeah.
What? Every now and again, yeah, for sure, man. Like sometimes I'd be like, do you really want to do this? Obviously, I'm holding on to him. He's fine. Don't get twisted. He's fine. You know what I
But
mean?
the other day you wanted to play fight, bro. I had to show him
No,
what a
sure,
leg
man,
kick was, how you
yeah.
check a leg kick.
You
And
know,
all
oh,
these
do you want to
things.
play? Do you want to play this game? Okay, cool.
But we had to,
Fucking hell.
now he knows how to check a leg kick and when not to throw one. Like,
Exactly.
if you're
Use
off
your
balance,
core.
I'm going to sweep the leg, in it. Like, if we're playing football and you're trying to foul me, I sweep.
That's what I'm
Fair
saying.
enough. Fair enough.
It's learning drift. You know
Oh,
what
yeah.
makes me laugh, Drift? As an older brother, you're acting like you were just soft on your younger brother, bruv.
Yeah, I gave him pedigrees on the bed with books
Pedigrees,
underneath it
bruv.
and all that. Yeah, of course.
Man said pedigree.
Pedigrees,
books
bro.
underneath the pillows and that.
Yeah, he thought it was a
Pedigree.
soft. He thought it was a soft impact. And there's atlases, world atlases under there. But
Pedigrees.
but it's my job as a big brother to bring him into the world. I can't do that to my son.
Did you ever?
Pedigree. Man,
Wait.
you know the arms are behind the head.
Wait. Did you
arms
ever
are
use
behind
yellow
your back like
pages?
this.
Did you ever use yellow pages?
No. We had a world atlas that was like.
Oh
huge,
my
bro.
good
You know
hardback.
how the hardback one.
I mean, to be fair, I more did the pedigrees on the
50. Was it
buffet.
hardback?
It was more
Yes
like a
or no?
suplex.
Was it
on the-
hardback?
Yeah,
Was it
yeah.
hardback?
It was hardback.
All right then. All right then.
It was more suplexes on the bed with the hardback. Pedigrees were on the buffet. Like it's more of a like, you know, but
Oh, what more cushion? Yeah, with his head going face first.
yeah, a
No.
buffet is softer than the bed anyway, isn't it?
But he's going face first with nothing to break his fall.
Yeah, and he's a stronger man for it.
You see, the
Man
man's
said
all
he's
about
a-
dislocating man's face, you know. But a little tap into the water, the
Remember,
madness.
pedigree, you can't even defend. The arms are like you're like this, bro.
Bro, you've got no protection over your face,
Yeah.
bro.
You know, if you get that wrong, you're bruv. Oh, the nose is
Everything's
getting
broken in the face,
collapsed.
bro.
It's peak.
No spread over your face, man.
Big up my brother, man. He took some licks when we were younger still.
Yeah, we all
sure
us
he
younger
did,
brothers
bruv.
did, innit? Big up you older brothers, innit? I ain't even gonna say nothing because my brother tunes in sometimes, man. Pimp in Distress says FSG loaning us money is up there with me, age 6, giving my brother a book for his birthday, but I forgot to tell him it was from the library until I had to return it. I S you not raw. Pimp in
Hold
Distress,
on,
you gave your
hold on.
brother a library book and then took it back to the library. That's wild, man.
That's
So I mean,
savage.
you older brothers are just man.
That is worse than me suplexing my brother on the world atlas. 100%.
No, but to be fair, he was running game though.
Bruv, your
You gotta
brother
give
didn't
man
know how to
credit.
break his fall, bruv. You talk about your brother like he was some seasoned professional wrestler. He
Innit?
took that full force, bro.
People in distress weren't hurting nobody.
Man's saying he knows how to break his fall and how to land properly. No, bro.
Do you know the
Have
best?
you ever landed on an atlas, bro? Like,
The best move I ever gave my brother was a rock bottom, and I remember like we actually broke the bed, and like to this day nobody knows the real truth. But yeah, and before I did it, I shouted, "Hootie hoo!"
so I
Delivered
mean,
that rock bottom with venom, bro. But it
Nah,
built
you
him.
are
He's
the
a
bro.
bigger man for it. He's a better man for it.
and that child will be a fantastic swimmer for it as well, potentially.
Nice,
Alan says, can we say we're still a big club, one title in 30 years? Yeah, we can, Alan. We can. We just should be bigger than what we are.
Yeah.
Football Gossiper says, FFP in action keeps FSG at LFC. Investors soon. Remember? Yeah, I mean, what is FFP? I don't know what it is. Everyone keeps on telling me about this FFP, but I'm seeing
No, it
everyone
don't
else
exist, bro. It
must
don't
spending money.
exist.
Timmy says this is bad. This is bad investment now, and it will continue, or crap investment and it will continue, or no investment. I still don't see the reason for anyone to invest. James says, think we will spend this summer, just not from FSG's pocket, but investments plus Naby, Ox, Milner, Ortor, Fab, Matip, and Kelleher may all leave. I told you, Matt. I do think people are going to be leaving.
Milner better not be going.
I hate
anywhere.
that. Nah, do you know what? Milner can do a coaching role, but he can't do first team no more, Drift.
What? I saw Milner do more in
knew
that
this
20-minute
was coming.
cameo
No,
against
I know.
Newcastle than most of our
knew this.
midfielders have done all season.
Drift.
I
My
knew
allow
this was
man
coming.
to have...
bro.
No,
No. Let's talk about Millie's cameo.
I knew
Let's
this
talk
was
about
coming.
Millie's Newcastle cameo.
I'm not
knew
denying the cameo.
coming.
I'm not denying the
Bruv,
cameo.
Don't get me
Drift.
started, man.
Drift, just a quick question.
Drifty.
For Liverpool to move forward,
Hmm.
should Liverpool put Milner in a coaching role / part-time thing, which I'm cool with, or do we keep him as how he is now, bro? And why I'm saying it should be the former is because, bro, at some point things have to change.
That point ain't here yet, though.
No,
When
not
will
right
it
this
be,
second, but it's
When
here.
will it be?
It's
When
gonna
man
in
needs
the
a hip
summer.
replacement, bruv. How many leg
When-
drops is
when-
Hogan gonna drop, bruv?
Whenever Milner decides he doesn't want to do this anymore, innit?
Well, bruv, sometimes you gotta put a man out of his own misery, bruv.
Bro.
But he doesn't need to be put out of his misery right now. I'm seeing
Yes,
man
he
making
does.
double, triple tackles.
Yeah, and I also saw him before that almost get booked.
Yeah,
With,
great cameo.
with all due respect, and I'm not even being shady to these guys.
Mm.
On my first day back, I'm not just going to start laying into man. But players like Ox, Elliott, Naby, them type of players who also play midfield as well. Them man that ain't doing no double, triple tackles like that, running back, making all that. Like, I'm seeing Milner do things other players in our team
They
aren't
don't
doing.
have to drift.
No, they do.
No, they
Oh,
don't.
they do. I mean, I saw you last preview. Big up you, man. I really enjoyed the preview. I saw man then putting Naby in there. With all due respect, no.
Hold on,
Naby
wait.
cannot play against Real Madrid. No.
Wait, hold on.
No,
Wait.
No.
No, wait, Drift, wait.
No.
So who are you
No.
starting? Who would you start right now against Real Madrid if you had to? Milner or Naby?
Just shows violence.
I wouldn't start either of them if I'm being completely
No, but I'm
honest.
asking out of the two, who would you
The
start?
options that we have.
I would
Hold on,
start
who?
Milner because the first hour of the game is more
Oh,
important.
my father.
Oh my word.
You come back and chosen violence, bro.
So let me get this straight.
Naby is soft as baby shit, man. I'm sorry.
Let me say this.
No.
Real Madrid are missing Tony
You
Kroos.
just done an FSG on me, Drifty. That's what.
Yeah, they're missing Tony Kroos, and I think he's probably going to be Modric, Camavinga, we don't know who the other person is, but they're missing Kroos, an important player. So we're saying to counteract that, we're going to play big bad James Milner.
Bruv, at least James Milner will get stuck in.
Bro,
Naby's just going to be a spectator, bruv. Bruv, I don't trust Naby Keita at all anymore. And I'm not even doing it to be shady. Bro, I don't trust Nab, bruv. I just don't want Naby anywhere near the team anymore, man. Like things have been done for a while already, and we all know this.
Let me say
I don't want Naby Keita above. No, I'm not starting Naby in no games, man.
I don't know what it, but all I'm going to say is this.
I don't
with the
trust
players,
him,
bro, with the players that we have available, I'm 100% picking Basetic, Naby Keita, and then a Henderson or a Fabinho. Bro, I'm going to be honest. He offers, bro. Do you want to? I'll be cool then. I'll be cool. I'll say this: the players that we might pick ahead of Naby are the ones that we're gonna go back to hoofball again. I'm not doing that again, bro. Have you noticed?
Naby doesn't even keep the ball that well anyway.
Of course, he keeps it better than flipping Henderson and Milner. Let's keep it a buck,
bro. Look,
let's keep it a buck.
I didn't even mean to come back in and
let's keep it a buck.
I'm not playing Naby, bro. I'm not playing Naby again.
You don't need to play him, but what I need you to understand
I'll play Naby in cup games, but we're not in the cups anymore.
If we go back to Milner and Henderson, Naby has never been.
No. I wouldn't start Milner either. I wouldn't start Milner. I'm not gonna be stupid. I wouldn't start Milner.
No. But what I'm saying is, you see, against Real Madrid, yeah. If I'm being generally honest, I would say Basetic, Naby Keita, and Henderson. That's actually the lineup I would start. I'd actually start off with that.
Flacco over Naby all day,
bro. Flacco
over Naby all day.
No, bro. All right. If
Flacco
you think
over
Flacco's back, then cool. You see
know
how
what?
we want to get
now though just actually made a very good point. Milner doesn't actually really hoof the ball very often.
Milner.
He crosses a lot, but he doesn't hoof a lot.
I get the agenda against Naby Keita because he's let us down.
No. Milner crosses a lot, but he doesn't hoof a lot. He's not someone who shirks the responsibility and that when he's got the ball, he treats like a hot potato. Milner doesn't do that.
Bro, can I say something?
You've got to be trolling.
When Milner and Henderson get pressed, them man have panic attack. I didn't want to do it. You see when Milner and Henderson get pressed, them man they panic. You see when Naby Keita, Basetic, Thiago get pressed, them man they can work their way out of a situation. I'm being genuine.
I've never seen Naby work his way out of a press.
Oh, bro, come on, man.
That's cap.
Come on, man.
That's cap.
Come on, man.
You know it is. Look at your.
What about 3 years ago? Yeah.
You just want to You just want to try and think back.
No, maybe about 3 years ago. Nah, like I said, I'll play Naby in the cups, but unfortunately, we're not in any cups anymore. So
The
One sec.
Champions League
Jiff
is a
chose
cup.
violence. I need to go and get my weapon. One sec.
So you're really starting Milner in 2023 over Naby Keita, bro?
no, I'd start Flacco.
Oh, bro, Fab.
I'll go. I would go the same midfield that beat Newcastle.
Oh, but I'll be honest, Fab ain't it at the moment. Drift.
Look, I thought Flacco was all right in the last 2 games. So you gotta let him. You gotta let him play himself into form. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we had a player who was playing in decent form, and we've dropped him now that Klopp's favourites effectively have come back.
Who was in decent form?
Keita was in decent form before he got shipped out of the team. He's in better form than Fabinho. Bro, Fabinho was throwing up 2s and 3s, bro.
Do you want to drink piss or eat shit? I mean,
Neither. you can't be telling me that Flacco was in better form than Naby. He wasn't.
No, but he is now.
Yeah, because he's been allowed to play games, bro.
Yeah, so you got to keep the momentum going, bro.
Henderson didn't play well on Saturday.
He was all right.
No,
He was
come
all
on,
right.
Drew.
And he was good against Everton.
No, Hender was good against Everton, but he wasn't good against Newcastle, bro.
Look,
Every time the ball left Henderson's feet, bro, it left the ground.
look. All I'm saying is, I don't trust Naby, man.
But I don't trust any of them apart from Bashetic, bro.
I just don't trust
Thiago in
Naby,
there
bro.
because of his injuries. I don't trust any of them apart from Stefan.
I don't trust Naby. I don't trust him.
Bro, Bashetic is our only trustworthy centre midfielder. Let that sink in.
Yeah, but I still like the fact that Milner and Henderson and players like that, they might not have the ability that people want them to have anymore, but they have the heart and the desire and they carry out the tactics. I don't feel like Naby does either. I don't feel like he carries out the tactics. I don't feel like he's got the heart.
I've got heart and desire, bro. This ain't a slow jam, bro. I need man on the pitch.
No, heart and desire is important against Madrid. It really is, bro. Against Madrid,
we had
heart and desire.
We had heart and desire in May, bro, and it didn't help us.
Nah, when I look back at that final, I don't necessarily think we did have the desire in that final. I think we were.
I remember.
I think we were deflated. I think we were deflated.
Courtois man of the match for a reason, bro.
Yeah, but that was just Salah and Mane. That wasn't the rest of the team. That was Salah and Mane that were testing him and playing well. I don't really think the rest of the team played well. I think they're the only 2 that played well in that final. Personally,
no.
but
Ronaldinho Goat says, so sad that the primes of Ali, VVD, and Mo are wasted. Breaks my heart.
Facts.
Breaks my heart.
And Thiago.
Yeah. M-Tar Mizzy Cow, we back on the Excel spreadsheets this summer. Yeah, we are, man. I had a whole show planned about comparing centre backs to Gvardiol and all that. That's gone out the window.
Oh, like, yeah, Ibri was brilliant in the final as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Pimping Distress says, man said bag was attached to the keyring. Yeah, get some people like that, man. Eastwood, we need Klopp to call FSG out just one time, and I bet FSG will fall in line. FSG doesn't like to be embarrassed. Yeah, but I don't think they care. I think they just do things for front sake. Like, they didn't really mean that apology. They just did it because it shut a lot of people up. Same people, like the moment that ESL happened, people were saying FSG out. As soon as they came out with the apology video, it just gave those people a reason to take FSG out of their profile or delete tweets about it. Like, we know how this game works. Troy M says John W. Henry essentially hit the whole Liverpool fan base with the what are they smoking over there? The Emirates energy with this ownership thing. Played. Facts. Catnip for Life says, do you guys own any animals? Can you show us, please? I don't. I want to get fish, to be honest.
I do, but I'm not gonna get them.
Yeah, I really want fish, but I can't trust them with the kids at the moment. I can see one of these kids just flipping over the tank or Robbie trying to climb in there for game or whatever. I can't do it, man. Oh man,
Robbie will do that with a fish. Onto the carpet.
Yeah, man, just
my brethren had a fish that always used to want to like try and kill itself. It just always used to jump out the tank, brother, just be on the side, and you put it back in the thing, and it just jump back out, brother. Like, why doesn't this fish want to live, bro?
Yeah, my nan had a couple of those.
Mad thing.
I've always wanted a really nice fish tank in the house like that.
Yeah,
I know it sounds. I'm gonna sound really old saying this, but you see when you come in from work sometimes and like, or I come in late from doing like YouTube with you lot or something, and just the kids and the wife are in bed or gone to bed, and I can just switch on the fish tank, just chill with some cold apple juice, and just recline the sofa and just leave me be for a little bit.
That's the Caribbean in you there, bro.
That's
the Caribbean in you. Yeah. Remember when you was younger, you didn't go to anyone. Every single Caribbean friend your mom and dad had, you went to their house. There was a giant tropical fish.
Don't do that. Don't call me a fishy guy, man. Don't do that. Man, don't play them too. Don't call me a fishy guy and all this. Don't do that, you.
Man, say fishy guy, you know. No. You know what? Sir, it took me long. Cal, did you resolve it?
What, the Milner thing?
Yeah, did it get resolved?
Bro,
we moved on for now.
I just let
but did it get resolved though?
Bro, you know it ain't gonna get resolved, bro. You saw the energy drift come on, bro. Like, man came out with the baseball bat and said, "Who wants it first?" He's swinging it, bro.
What are we saying?
I'm not gonna talk a man down like that. You're not gonna talk a man down.
That work. We can do this, though.
Don't even show that to Nabi or he'll get a bloody sympathy.
We can do this. Bro. We can resolve this thing, though. You know what I'm saying?
Man will see that bat and just, man, just get an injury without even being touched.
It's calm. It's calm. What's this say there? G, no.
Liverpool 12th man says, Divock Origi.
Divock Origi. Big up 12, man.
Back to drift. Sam Max Legend says, guys, my birthday. Hey, birthday tomorrow. Mrs. birthday the day after. For me, it's a mute celebration after hearing this crud from these charlatans. Well, you know what? Sam Max Legends, for you and the missus, this is for you, brother. Venom 23MC. Let's run it back for you too, bro.
Aye.
Big up you guys having birthdays. Big up.
Trust.
We're getting to that age now where man don't even care it's his birthday anymore, though. You know them ones.
It's more than I'll be honest, bro. I do enjoy my birthdays when they come around.
What? Once you get to 21, I don't think birthdays matter anymore. You just get
no. I'll say like 20.
Like that,
No. Bit older. Still 20.
25 then. 25.
No. I'd even say like when you hit 30 or whatever, right. You might do.
Once you get to 30, you know you're just closer to retirement now. It's not fun anymore, is it?
Speak for yourself, man. I'm enjoying every birthday I have, bro.
Yeah, you're the youngest one out of us three. That's right.
No, but I'm still enjoying it, though.
I don't care about my birthday. No, seriously. I don't know why. I'm just like, it's my birthday, innit? What? Man's just getting older now, innit?
What I will say though, because Robbie's birthday is like a week before mine now, I've seen the energies really changed around my birthday. Like, no one really ain't paying attention like they were before. Still, like last year, bare people come round for his birthday. I was like, my birthday was a couple WhatsApp messages. I was like, raw.
It's different, bro. It's what I'm saying.
88 cars coming through for Robbie. You get like 3. You're like, all right.
And mine even have his name in there as well. You know what I mean? I'm
In
like,
it,
"Oh."
yeah. I one of them from him.
With the money I gave him, innit?
But FSG
no.
settings, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Joe says 6 trophies during Klopp's reign. Has Klopp brought us back to success yet? One of everything is not enough. The buck ends with Klopp, but starts with FSG. If now back in 2015 we would be here, would you be happy?
I would.
Oh, that's a really
in 2015. If you told me that in 8 years' time we'd have won every trophy, I would have been happy with that.
So would I. But what I will say, we're looking at Arsenal's situation right now. Back at the beginning of the season, if Arsenal fans were asked, do you want top 4? They would have said yes. Right now, they want the league. So you see, if Arsenal don't win the league, they'll get top 4, but their fans aren't going to be as happy.
Arsenal fans are never happy, though.
That was deep drift. That was harsh, man.
I said they're never happy.
That's so harsh.
Never content.
You've been waiting for Arsenal shade, bro. You couldn't. I didn't even finish my sentence, bro, and you came out with that.
No, I still think they're going to win the league. I'm not even being shady,
So do
but
I.
they're never happy, are they?
Eastwood says FSG continues to give Klopp screwdrivers and staplers and rubber mallets to build a home. Hashtag FSG out. I don't even give him that.
I'm not going to lie. A rubber mallet would still knock a man out, though.
But we're talking about building a house, though, Drift.
Yeah, I think I could knock a nail in with a rubber mallet still.
Maybe.
How long will it take you, though, as well?
Yeah, you probably won't because the nail will actually get it's happened to
I'm
me.
not going to lie.
The mallet.
It'll be a Mike Tyson thing. I broke my back.
It's spinal.
It's spinal.
I built this house, but at what cost? Everything's wrong now.
One of these days, Mike's gonna hear this, you know. It's a small
No,
world.
he's not. No,
It's
he's not.
Bro, I kid you not, it's a small world.
He's
Well, it's
not.
a small world, you know.
Mike Tyson is not going to hear me take the mick out of him unless one of you lot GB
People, do me a favor, clip this up and at Mike Tyson.
Unless one of you lot
and
GB
tell
up,
me if you don't see it.
Mike will never hear this. He's not a football fan. You don't know anything about us. So if Mike hears about this, it's from one of you lot or someone in the chat.
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for Matt versus Woodley on the Jake Paul undercard.
Hold on, Woodley. What? Hold on. It was supposed to be Ben Ashton. No, what's going on?
Say the Woodley Battle of the Beards and that. I like it still.
Hold on, wait. So hold on.
Somebody's beard has got to go.
Askren is small fry, Matt. That's small fry. Askren,
What do you
deal
mean?
with that easy.
Somebody's beard has got to go.
You know what we do
He's
at
a
Kopish? We only do
he's a
challenges,
professional
bro. We don't
combat
do
fighter,
easy. We don't do
No, he's a
easy
professional
ones.
combat fighter. What do you
you
mean?
will
Somebody's
smoke Askren in a
beard has
boxing
got
fight,
to
bro.
go. You know they usually say someone's always got to go. Someone's beard.
Yeah. Whoever loses out of you and Woodley's got to shave your beard in the middle of the ring. Ding.
Cutthroat, bro.
That noise.
Bro.
That noise. So hold on, Cal. Who you fighting then?
I'm not. I'm gonna be in your corner.
Doing
Oh,
what?
I love that towel. I love the towel already, though. Don't you worry, bro. I'll be like I'm at carnival, bro. I'll be like that, bro. Don't worry, bro. You'll be good. You'll get that paycheck and you'll.
No.
Yeah, bro.
These men are trying to bank their success on me fighting Tyrone Woodley.
Bro,
You know?
you lot have been trying to get me to get beaten up by people for the longest
No,
time.
but no, it's supposed to be. Nah, it's Astrid. We're not doing that about Tyrone.
There won't be a big enough paycheck. We got to put some money into this investment for FSG to get some players, bro.
Man's actually just saying.
You need to secure the
Liverpool comes
bag,
down
bro.
to you now,
Man
man.
said Astrid.
Yeah, but it's all on you, bro.
Yeah, the future of Liverpool comes down to you now, man.
You man,
It's up to you, big man.
You're gonna
No,
let
bro.
Liverpool fall by the wayside, bro. Fall out of top 4. Is that you? Yeah, the club.
It
you love so much.
is that you're moving,
all
bro.
right.
Over a couple rib shots.
Come on,
Man said.
Take them rib shots like you eat them, bro.
Oh, my ribs.
Aye, if you lot get clipped up and I'm not involved still.
Hey, Matt is my security, so if Woodley wants to smoke, Matt's here for it, bro.
Soundbats Legend says, good to see you back, Drifty. Guys, there is a saying, compassion for the con fans, contempt for the con men. FSG, they are like politicians in this government. Self-preservation through lies and deceit. Facts.
Facts, for real.
Jamrock says, Cal, which side leaked the information, Qatari or FSG? Didn't FSG have polls about them taking over Liverpool? Qatari could use fan pressure for sell. FSG would have come out long ago if they weren't willing to sell, in my opinion, Jamrock. They knew that what we were trying to do. They wanted someone to come in and invest. And they wanted big money. And Qatari laughed at them and said, you want 2 billion for what? Less than a majority stake. Yeah, we'll go buy Man United. And it blew up in their face. And now they're coming out acting like they didn't want it. Good luck to them. James says, why do FSG get by lying about... What do FSG get by lying about being for sale? Share prices, just more people who will potentially be in there to know how much the club's worth and all this. They could potentially use it to leverage another deal if they know how much the club's worth. They talk about NBA stuff and all that. You never know. Take out equity out of the club to purchase something else. I'm not saying they're going to do these things, but all these things are in there. If I went and got my house valued, I'm not looking to actively sell it, but I might want to take equity out to get a second property, right? All these things could be thought about. Troy M says, scenes on Friday when Bruno calls. I'll take off work and throw a watch party if we can get FSG ran. Bruno and Don Hassan back to back like Styles and Chris on Kopish. Kopish calling this week. I'll speak to Don, see if he's about, if he wants to jump on. He's not going to be happy.
Hey, Bruno was about like, was it the week? Hey, Drift. I'm not gonna. Have you seen it, Drift? Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno.
I didn't see Bruno's one, but I did see quite a lot of the calls. It was
Bruno's speaking Patwa now, bro.
Yeah, Bruno's speaking Patwa now.
What?
Yeah, bro.
Right.
Bruno's had enough, bro. Bruno's speaking Patwa. Big up, Bruno.
Right.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Man, switch up.
Hearty Momo says the way Drift spoke about Klopp being a father figure at LFC and the connection with the fans gave me Wenger in versus out debates, and that was 22 years. Klopp is very Wengerish. He is.
He is actually. I'll be honest, he is.
Dean says, hola, gent. Welcome back, Mr. Drift. Too bad you came back with bad news from the sponsor, John W. Henry. Anyways, we win tomorrow again. More love. Oh, I've even forgotten about the game tomorrow now. It's like,
that's what I'm saying. That's crazy that we have a Champions League game tomorrow and this news broke on the eve of the game.
Yeah.
Bro, that's mad. I can't lie to you. That is actually crazy. Because you know what's so crazy, people? Just for the people that FSG in or whatever, if a player said he wanted to leave Liverpool or talk about his future before an either of a game, how would you feel? So we've got to keep that same energy for the owner who's just decided out of nowhere to go, yeah, by the way, we're not selling. Bro, leave that until we're playing, I don't know, at the end of the season or something.
I've said it, man. They don't know we're playing.
They don't know, bro.
They don't know we're playing. These men don't know about anything, bro.
But they'll be sitting at home just flicking channels and just, hey, look, LeBron. You tell me they aren't. Who they playing? Oh, RMA. Who's RMA? Who's RMA? RMA. Who that? Oh, Madrid. All right. Yo, might as well keep and watch this then, huh? See how that boy Jurgen doing. See if he's still doing well with that money we gave him in Jay for Cody. What's his name? Gacky. Yeah, that's right. Gakpo. See how he getting on. You know we get Jurgen all that money, right? Yeah, boy. Yeah.
Cody.
Get Jurgen all that money, LeBron, remember? How your shirt sales doing? Good? You get that money up, baby. We going to NBA team, Las Vegas. Hot in the desert, they say. Hot. I want to feel that heat. Let's go, baby. I mean, I don't care, bro.
Man, don't give a fuck, if you hear me.
They don't give a fuck, bro.
Why ain't they wearing your kid out there? Not official, huh? Okay. How much you selling for?
Oh man, holla if you
80,
hear me.
$80. You better up there, man. Profit levels out here, man. Ain't saying nothing on cheap. Nike LeBron, baby. LFC on the bad burn. You know how we do it. Yeah, for sure.
You know, if the Super League ever had come into fruition, you know they would have made us wear a vest instead of a shirt, like the NBA, you know. Less material, more profit.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Bayesian Barnes says FSG in folks going to quickly realize that this lack of investment and our club going to fall into mid-table team and our value goes down quickly will turn. I hope so, Bayesian Barnes. I hope so. I know you're feeling this news like we are, man.
Indeed,
AM says also bun them. Oh, can't say that. Can't say that.
I'll
just
say
need that.
Spirit of Shankly, as well as Kiss My Teeth.
Yeah, I'll leave that on the screen. We're not
Yeah,
going
we
to
can't say that. All jokes aside, we can't really.
It always gives me joke when people say "kiss my teeth."
Yeah,
I know it's true. It's KMT.
H says, don't let tonight distract you from the fact that Matt drop kicked Thiago after his photo for his mates, and Naby is getting even less minutes. What is
Thiago injured because of you, Matt?
What? This is the first time hearing of
you
it.
say? Man just looked at him and said, "Why ain't Naby starting ahead of you?"
No, the timeline don't make sense because when I met Thiago played the next game. If the timeline didn't add up, you might have had something there, but it don't add up. You can't do that,
know, bro.
You can't do that.
Jay says, "How did you lot become Liverpool fans?" Robbie Fowler for me.
John
Back
Barnes.
in 1990, was it 93 or 94?
John Barnes' fate was sealed.
So that's another thing. For all the people out there that go, "Oh, you weren't around for the bad times." Oh, I'm sorry. Been a Liverpool fan since 93. I think I have been, you know.
Bro, we was around when there was the dual managers. Do you remember?
I think
remember the dual man.
Them man that were doing up Chuckle Brothers. To me, to you, to me, to you.
Funny.
It's a joke, bro.
With the sticky bandits.
Some of the fans that say that, they were fans in like the 70s and 80s. You had it good. So when you turn around to younger fans and go, "Oh, you don't know what the bad times were like," neither do you really.
They don't know about hard times.
Like, neither do you. I started supporting Liverpool in the bad times.
Do you know what? There's a common trend in Liverpool. There's a common trend in Liverpool. Normally, within every how many years, Liverpool always miss out on a top target all the time. Whether it was Samar Sabrosa, whether it's Konoplyanka, whether it was Salah, whether it was it's a common denominator. It's actually kind of mad. It's kind of mad. I can't lie to you. Liverpool always lose out on big targets. Dani Alves. Remember when we bid 8 million and
let me tell you lot something. There is nobody who is a Liverpool fan. Nobody is a Liverpool fan because they're a glory hunter. There's an essence about becoming a Liverpool fan. There's something in the air. It's not like the average club. We're not like this. There's a reason why you're a Liverpool fan. This ain't this some small fry thing. You were chosen. There's a true reason. But you think anybody can be a Liverpool fan? Oh, no. That's not how this works. Do you know what I'm saying? So, when you're a Liverpool fan, you're not a glory hunter. You're just special. You were built that way. And it was supposed to be. And that's how it is. You leave all that stuff up to them other small fry clubs, man. The Chelseas and the Man Cities. Them. I'm not going to go too far, but them type of clubs there, innit? Them any old fans. I'm hearing Arsenal fans are going, Man City fans are going back to being Arsenal fans now and all kind of stupidness. I don't know, bruv. It is what it is, isn't it?
Ronaldinho Goat says Naby versus Milner is injury-prone midfielder versus a 90-year-old. I'm taking Naby over Milner all day of the week, man. I can't lie.
So man.
In centre midfield, if you're looking at right back or left back, then obviously I'm going.
Obviously James Milner, 100%.
I'm wondering what Naby Keita has truly done to deserve being a starting lineup against Real Madrid.
More than what Henderson and Fabinho have done.
I was gonna say, since we've kind of
in their tenure.
No, we're not talking about
no, not in their tenure, no.
Because if we're gonna do that,
I was about to have a fucking heart attack.
No, we're not talking about tenure.
Jeez.
No,
we're talking about now.
Do that.
in the last
Just
few
right
months.
now, bro. There was a reason why even Klopp, who loves his lieutenants, dropped them man there. Remember when we had a midfield of Thiago,
Now
Naby, and
they're back.
Basetic, and we were playing some of the, I say some of the best. We were playing better than what we were playing before. You
They
can't
got
lie,
us, they
bro.
got us back into some sort of form.
They did.
Let's not forget about the midfield that started against Brighton. We saw what happened.
Yeah, put a poll out. Let's do a poll. Who would you start over Naby or Hendo or Flacco?
No, I'm not gonna lie. The bias against Naby Keita is crazy, bro.
What bias? There's no bias.
Bro. No, all jokes aside, the story. What it is, it's one of the ones where I hate to say it. You know when the story's already been written, like people, like the story's done in it, like it's done. It's one of them ones, like Harry Kewell.
So you go Flacco, Hendo, and Basetic tomorrow, Drift, yeah?
Yeah.
I would.
I'll be honest. I'd go Hendo in the 6, Basetic and Naby in the 8.
That's what I would do.
Fuck no, not Naby, man. I'm not even trying to be shady.
Sorry, Drift went, no, not Naby. I started shaking. I was, no, not Naby, no.
I have way too many bad memories of Naby against Real Madrid as well, man.
I've got bad memories of Henderson, bro.
We can't do that. He had one bad game.
Henderson hasn't got a catalogue of bad Real Madrid performances.
Are we just going to be honest?
He couldn't control the ball and got overrun in midfield. And then in 2020-21 season, probably he couldn't even get close to any of them midfielders.
All jokes aside, we know Henderson overall has been a better player than Naby Keita. No one's not saying that. What I'm saying is this, though. If we're going to go up against a team that's very good in possession, and we also, because we're not playing at our best, we need to use the ball well. Who would you trust to do something with the ball? Naby Keita or Jordan Henderson?
I mean, first of all, who's driving Naby to the stadium to get on the coach?
Because Jiff, come on, we've got to stop. No, but Jiff, come on, let's be real.
Bruv.
Let's be real.
There's
no point doing all the jokes. I'm just saying.
All jokes aside, I don't fucking trust Naby as far as I can throw him. Honestly,
Henderson, if you give him the ball, he treats it like you've given him a grenade. I don't even want to say.
But you want to know the wickedest thing? Here's what I'm saying.
He just wants to get rid of it.
I'm thinking about Liverpool versus Real Madrid, and I'm thinking a lot more about off the ball than on the ball, because I don't really know how much we're going to be on the ball, and I need our players to always be alert. And Naby Keita will get caught slipping in that midfield defensively, in my opinion, more than Milner or Henderson will. So I'm not thinking about us having the ball when I'm thinking about it, because Naby on the ball, debatably, is better than some of the people we're talking about. But if we're talking about defensively and keeping the shape and being a part of a system that allows us to not come out of this game embarrassed, I don't trust Naby. I don't trust Naby to follow instructions and to be aware and to know how to keep Liverpool in the game from a defensive point of view. I don't trust him. I just don't. Honestly,
no, fair enough if you don't trust him.
I just don't trust him.
I think when Liverpool were going for a real bad patch, there was common denominators in the team of people that weren't playing well. And I won't even put Milner in there because Milner wasn't really playing. It was mainly Flacco and Henderson that were being really bad. Flacco, obviously, we see, and Henderson as well. And Klopp took them out of the team. Now, what's so mad is we didn't win all the games when Basetic, Naby, and Thiago played, but we did play a lot better. And our midfield was able to keep the ball and utilize it better. But obviously, at that time, remember, the forwards were in and out of rotation. We had injuries as well. So I'm also looking at it as well, like, bro, we're at home. If you said we're away, I would actually say to you, do you know what, bro? I hear you, we might have to be a little bit more diligent. But, bro, we're at home. You would like to think, because they're missing one of their key players in midfield, their dictator, we should be able to try and go at them. Bro, if we're going to try and go at them, we need to utilize the ball smartly and not just get the ball and look for the back. Let me not even do that because it's disrespectful. What I'm saying is, get the ball on the ground and utilize it smartly. Don't rush the play.
Well, I'm not saying that against Newcastle and Everton.
No, though. But it's a different outfit though, because what I was going to say is Real Madrid are a lot more aggressive in the way how they play. See their defenders like Alaba, Militao, and Rudiger. Bro, they're going to push up. They're going to be very aggressive. And for me, it's going to take ball carriers to maybe just, if you can. I'm not saying Naby Keita can do what he used to do back in the day where he could beat two man or whatever. But I'm just saying, even if you could just sidestep your man and look for an insightful pass, or I just don't see Henderson doing that. That's all it is,
But
I'm
that's
not
what we've
saying-
got Basetic for now, right?
No,
to be
but
able to
Basetic-
try and make incisive passes.
But Basetic can only do so much, though. You can't, because here's the thing: you can't just have one man. We found that out with Thiago, innit? You can't just have the one guy that can do something. You need more. You need basically you need a crime partner. And in my opinion, because Thiago's not fit, Naby Keita, in my opinion, let him be the crime partner with Basetic, innit? Let them man try and pull the strings. I'm just saying.
I'm not playing Naby, man.
I think it's a valid argument, but again, you know what I mean.
Hayes says Flacco is basically Amber Rose, Pinky up, Kanye, and all.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Marley Perkinson.
Yeah, I don't know. Tomorrow we could have really done with Thiago. If Thiago's fit tomorrow, Thiago and Basetic definitely start, and then
Ain't no.
I mean, I'll be honest. If Thiago's fit, I go Basetic, Thiago, and Naby. If I'm going to be honest. Me personally, Dean says Drifty. When was the last time you saw Hendo running with the ball forward? Remember Basetic turn? Put Hendo there. I'm sorry, but it's 2023 now. I agree,
bro.
But Basetic and Hendo comparison is one thing, but we're talking about Naby or Hendo or Naby.
But Naby can do what Basetic. You see that turn there?
Naby can do
Who
that.
would you trust more though to do that?
Naby could do that once upon a time in a fairy tale.
But let's not. All right, no fair enough if you think that. But I'm just.
When was the last time Naby did that? Honestly,
bro, what I'm saying. No, that's fine.
On the real. When was the last time?
There's waking up and choosing violence, and there's waking up and saying, "I'm outside your yard, bro." What we saying?
Let him have his fun.
I think Newcastle away last season is the last time I saw Naby have that type of.
If Henderson tried to turn,
that was a long time ago.
You know, I won't even say it. But
when was the last time you saw Henderson do it?
But Henderson's game isn't about that, though. Henderson's game isn't about that. It's two different. The difference is Naby's game is supposed to be about that.
What is Henderson's game meant to be about then?
Industry, hard work, tackling, getting about the pitch, pressing. That's what Henderson's game is about.
Have you seen Hendo's defensive stats?
No, obviously he's not been having a good season. But you said it yourself, Carl. Against Everton, his pressing was very good, but no one was following him. It was actually the rest of the team that was letting Henderson down against Everton. His pressing was very good, but the team weren't following him properly.
Carl, who's a better defensive player, Naby Keita or Henderson?
I actually think it's Naby.
Okay.
Look, you lot put Naby in there, man. It's cool.
I'll be honest. I generally like. You see, when you say to, all right, if you were to say what's Thiago in the team for, you know what he's in the team for. Basetic, even though he's only been in the team a short space of time, when the first thing you say is he's in there for industry drift, it's a worry. That's a red flag for me.
Yeah.
But when you're in the mud, industry is very important to get yourself out of it.
But we're not in the mud right now.
But Henderson and Flacco have been two of the reasons why. Our last two games, they've been playing well in midfield, and we've got the W.
Hendo was our worst midfielder on
Remember,
Saturday.
Flacco got a yellow. Flacco still plays like he's half a second off.
I'm not saying they're perfect. Look, we'll agree to disagree. I'm sorry. I don't trust Naby as far as I can throw him.
No, I don't trust Naby either, but I trust him more than Henderson right now.
I think that's what it is. It's not like I'm sitting there saying, "Oh, bro, you got to start." I just trust him over Henderson right now. That's all it is.
Geeky Love says, peeps of certain vintage remember Starfleet or perhaps the Three Amigos. Basically, the best things come in threes. Pause. Welcome back, lads. Big up yourself, Geeky Love.
Big up.
Joe Cripps says, Kopish, basically, if you guys knew that we would be where we are today when Klopp came in, would you be happy? I.e. winning. Oh, we did read that, Joe Cripps. We did read that one, bro.
We did.
We definitely read that one. I don't know if you might have missed it. We definitely read that one.
Do you know what? Let me let Joe know where I'm coming from. Why people might look at me now and think I'm a different drift to what I was a few years ago. When I used to go off, when I used to be angry, when I used to be annoyed, when I used to have way more of a short fuse, so to speak, for Liverpool, it was because I hadn't won anything for such a long time and I had the craving. Do you know what I'm saying? I could smell the food, but I wasn't allowed to eat. And it used to jar me. It proper used to jar me, bro. Bruv, there's no more punishment, bro. For anyone who's got a dog, when the food is there, the dog's just like, it can taste the food, bruv. If you don't give him some, you're bad, man. Do you get what I'm saying? He can taste the smell. You gotta give him some. And I was starving. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I think the reason I'm a lot more relaxed, I think the reason why Cal says things to me like, yo, Drift, where have you gone, bruv? I want the old Drift back. The trophies have loosened up the tension. The trophies that we've won along the way have allowed me to be more relaxed. I'm not hungry anymore.
You sounded like a top red, bro. I hate to say
No,
it.
I'm not. I'm not, because I always want dinner. I always want more. But I'm not starving anymore. And for that reason, I am content-ish with what we've achieved up to this point. Am I worried about the future? 100%.
You're content.
I'm content-ish about what has. Guys, we cannot underestimate. We cannot underestimate winning every single trophy available.
Cal, you got any barbed wire for this, bro?
We can't, guys. We can't.
We need to visit Drift.
We say Cactus Jack settings, yeah.
Nah, bro. We need the thumbtacks, everything, bro. Listen,
that's all I'm saying. We can't underestimate the fact we won every trophy. Bro. We just can't.
You're sounding like a top red, bro.
No,
you are.
A top red makes excuses. I'm not making excuses, but I'm saying that I am happy with the fact that I can sit here and say we won every trophy under Klopp. Klopp actually won every trophy. I know Cal likes to count the Community Shield. We even collected the Community Shield. We actually, in 4 years, won
every trophy. Did you just say the Community Shield? Oh my!
No, I said Cal likes to add it, so I'm just throwing it in there. We've won every trophy.
I count it, by the way. I count Community Shield, man. I know you don't.
Cal counts it. We've won every trophy. 7 in total in 4 years. Should we have won more? 100%. But
fam, I ain't got barbed wire, but I got HDMI lead. What do you think that'll work?
So, Drift, that means then...
Flipping hell, Drift.
That means what are we moaning about FSG for then?
No, because we should have done more. But his question was, if you'd have told me in 2015 what we've achieved now will be what's happened, I would have 100% said, yes, I want that, shook your hand and took the deal. 100%. Are you not telling me in 2015 you wouldn't have took the deal to have won all the trophies that we won in the last 4 years?
I would. No,
at the time we had Mini Lane goal, man, like Brad Smith in the squad. Joe Allen was seen as our best midfielder.
But you started off saying things like, basically, like, I'm
not hungry anymore.
Yeah, like, I'm okay.
No. I said back then I was angry because I was starving, and I still want my dinner now. But I'm not starving anymore.
No, all right. How do you feel now? Like, are you kind of like, you know what? I
feel frustrated.
But it's not. Why though? If you've eaten everything, if you've tasted.
In 2015, I was angry. In 2023, I'm frustrated. If you don't feel different, that's fine. But that's how I feel.
I'm more angry now than I was in 2015. Do you know why?
Oh, no, not me.
No. Hear me out, Drift. Hear me out. Because in 2015, I had no expectation.
Yeah.
2023, we've got everything in place to become a dynasty, and we didn't. We slept on it. That for me is even worse.
Now, Cal, 2015, I saw us lose to the Man City team in the 13-14 season.
That was technically 2016, not to be pedantic. But that was 2016. But I'm talking. If we're talking about 2015, you're talking about when Klopp first came to the club.
No, I'm saying I was still reeling from 13-14 Cal in 2015. I hadn't recovered from 2013.
I'm not saying you can't.
What in 2015, Cal? Would you recovered from the 13-14 season? I was still getting over it, bro.
Yeah, I was still getting over it, but that's because we had such a bad 14-15 season.
I was all over the place on that one.
But this is my point, Drift. You see, all right. Who do you get more frustrated at as a footballer? Ricardo Quaresma, or no disrespect, I know Jared Bowen.
I don't even get mad at Bowen. So yeah,
Quaresma. Why? Because he had all the tools to be the absolute best.
Yeah.
We all know Bowen's a good player, but he doesn't have all the tools to be the absolute best. Quaresma could have gone down as one of the greatest wingers in the history of the game because he had all the tools. But why he didn't? Because of him. Liverpool Football Club could have gone down as one of the Premier League teams of all time. We already have a season that rivals any season, but we could have gone down and established ourselves as one of the best ever Premiership teams, and we slept on it. bruv, I'm angrier now than I was in 2015. In 2015, we had no right to be where we were. We deserve to be where we were in 2015. Right now, we're there because we slept on it. That's
And I understand that, bro. And I think that's all facts, what you said. All facts. I don't disagree at all. But I'm just trying to explain to you lot why I don't get as angry now as I used to, and why in 2015 I would have accepted that deal. Because remember, that was the question from Joe. Would you have accepted that deal?
Yeah,
and like I said, I'm frustrated now. But I have wonderful memories that stop me getting as angry as I used to be. In 2015, I didn't have any memories, you man. 2005 was such a long time ago. The memories were gone. I didn't have the memories anymore. I remember last season how amazing it was when Tsimikas scored that goal. I still remember the Divock Origi volley. I still remember packing in Chelsea and lifting the title, even if it was without fans. I've got a lot of memories now that don't make me as angry as I used to be. That's all I'm saying.
I hear that.
That's all I'm saying.
But then we had no
those memories make me more angry, Drift, because I'm like, I want more of those memories now.
And I get that. And I get that.
No, but here's the killer. We have the capacity to have those memories. That's the key. If we didn't, though, Drift, just quickly, if we didn't have the capacity, I probably would be like, yeah, do you know, we just got to just be grateful for what we have had. And do you know what I mean? But it's because I don't want to use the term sleeping giant because we're already a giant. It's like we've had a glimpse of our power. It's like, I'm trying to think of like, remember X-Men, yeah? When they first had like used their powers and they were all just like, bruh, first time I use my powers. Then it's like, I want to use more of my powers. I need to be in tune. It's like we never got a chance to really use our powers, if that makes sense. We just haven't had that chance.
No, I agree with everything you men are saying. All I'm saying is, to give you an analogy, I'm a lion right now, yeah? And the difference is, because I have been fed recently, I've ripped you up and now you're bleeding in front of me and I'm staring around and I'm wondering why you had the cheek to jump in the cage. A couple years ago, I'd have ripped you up and I'd be eating you in front of everybody. That's the difference. So I'm still going to rip you up, but now I'm not eating you. I'm just letting you bleed out. 2015, I would have ate you. There wouldn't even have been bones left. That's the difference. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm still angry and you lot are all spitting facts. I'm just not as angry as I was back then. Because I'm happy that I've watched my club win.
Yeah, I get that. You're grateful for what's happened. That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
and I understand that.
I think I'd be like you if I was a Leicester fan. And again, no disrespect to Leicester fans. Leicester weren't expected to win Premier League and FA Cup. They won those. No one expects them to go again either. So you see with the next season when Leicester didn't win the league, no one turned around and was like, right, what a fall from grace. Or you see when the next season we didn't win the league after we walked the league, that hurt. Because if we signed one centre-back that summer, we win that league that season. I don't care what anyone says. We win the league that season.
I agree with all of
if
that.
we signed Luis Diaz in the summer as opposed to the January window, we win the Premier League last season. You're telling me Luis Diaz between the months of August to January wouldn't have helped us get an extra 2 points that season? Last season, all we needed was an extra 2 points. We've done this to ourselves, and it's painful. I'm angry, bro. I'm so angry. So angry. I want us to win it all, man. And we had the capacity to do it, and we threw it in our faces. H says, Hendo offers nothing apart from go on, son. That's harsh. H is on fire today, though. I can't lie. Kike says, guys, they're selling the club in installments. I don't even know at this point. Klarna, yeah. Sabit says, what about our tour? He was out the basement training that I forget Sabit, we can't play our tour tomorrow. He's not registered in our Champions League squad. How about that?
Is he back in training though? Big up to him still.
I mean, he can't play though.
No, not in the Champions League, but he can play in the Prem though, isn't it?
But he's not been on the bench. We won't see our tour, bro.
If you look like people who use the ball well, our tour is brilliant at using the ball. So
is
we
he
can get him fit.
We don't know.
Well, the Barcelona our tour was.
How many years ago was that, Drift?
Not speaking of English.
4 years ago, bro. I had a six-pack. I don't know.
No, he's still young enough for 4 years ago to not be that big of a deal, though, right?
4 years ago in elite football, bro, is a hell of a long time, bro. It's a hell of a long time. We saw Nick Diaz out of the cage for about 4 years, bro. We saw when he came
that was
back.
bad. That
All
was
right
bad.
then.
Yeah. Made me feel like I could have got in there and done him something.
All right then. Jay says FSG sent a clone of Drifty. Yeah, man, this is a new Drifty. I can't lie, bro. I want the old Drifty.
Let Arsenal win the league then.
Well, Arsenal gonna win the league. I'll tell you something.
Then that's when
Cameron
you'll
as well.
see the old Drifty.
I'll be honest with you, with the allegations about Man City and all that, if Arsenal win the league, I can live with it now, you know.
Nah, I can't live with it. But
I can.
But Man City are shitting it, so it is what it is.
I can. Park Life says, have you lot heard the Vinicius part of the press conference today? Big up Klopp for putting that racist journalist at his place. No, I didn't hear that. What was said?
I don't know. One thing I have seen for the last how many months is how much abuse he's been getting. It's disgusting. I can't lie to you.
What,
And for
from
some
the journalist?
No, from the players in the league, bro.
And
I've seen so many clips, bro, for some strange reason, of Vinicius Jr. getting racially abused by both the way the players treat him on opposite teams and the fans burning shirts and doing bro. When I say to you, I'm like, nah, I don't care who he plays for. This is not even about sport. This is about humanity. Why are you hating on this brother? Because he's so good at football and because you don't like the color of his skin. Raw. What I'm saying is this world is in the mud. We've known it for a long time, but it's just, I don't know, man. I look at some of the steps that we've taken. I'll be honest, like, you know, UEFA, FIFA, and I just think not enough has been done. Not enough has been done. And again, it's hard to and it's hard to kind of like differentiate how players treat other players. Like, you know, when you're defending someone, but it's like some of the stuff I saw, like I'm trying to remember, it might have been Osasuna or something. They were targeting him, and the way they were mocking him, bro, it was just like, nah, this is actually kind of sad. But you know what's so crazy? And someone said it. Real Madrid are not the same team. You know, when they had like Sergio Ramos and certain other man, like even Pepe, that stuff couldn't run, you know. It's kind of weird. I don't know, but like it shouldn't happen anyway. But certain characters in Real Madrid would never let that happen. And it's just sad to see to any player in today's age. Like, we're big 2023 and we still have to see this. Casemiro, that's the other guy. You think Casemiro would ever tolerate that? He's 2-footing anybody that tries to do any nonsense like that. Yeah. It's sad. But sorry to end on a bad note. But yeah, I just didn't like it, man. Horrible stuff, man.
Joe says we flushed our momentum down the toilet. Now we need a complete rebuild. Facts. Absolute facts. H says Drifty said Arthur would do something this season. You both.
I said it. I said I still see a special moment in him, and we've got half a season left.
I'm not gonna lie, Matt. You see how you bring up about me and Drift talk about Curtis Jones potentially being captain material?
Are you joking?
You did say Arthur could do something this season still.
No, you're right. I did. And you said Firmino's a better 10 than Harvey Elliott. Sorry, Harvey Elliott's a better 10 than Firmino. Sorry.
I did. You're right. And I'll
you said Ronaldinho's not elite.
You see how Bobby was moving the other day,
said
bro?
Mbappe's not top 10. I'm just saying.
No, man, you gotta take that one back, bro. I caveat that. No, at the time, that was a justified comment, bro. At the time,
listen,
it was.
Man. We don't lie around here. It's them.
Hey, do you know what? Mark's got a point. At this point, it's a special moment if he makes the match day squad.
I kid you not. If he's in the match day squad, man, I'll give a big round of applause.
Bro, that's a special moment, bro.
Then you're getting soft if you do that, man. What are we doing here, guys, man?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? He's not even our guy.
What do you mean when you say what do you mean, though?
What are we gonna do? Clap a man because he's in the match day squad?
No, but it's a moment, though. We didn't even see the hologram.
It's a special moment.
What?
A moment.
What?
In the history books.
A moment is in what though? What history is there? What moment?
It'll be his second appearance in the Liverpool match squad.
Liverpool Football Club, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You guys.
You got guys out here. Can you imagine, Drift? We got guys out here saying Harvey Elliott better 10 for me, though, you know.
Madness.
I heard our tour was gonna do up a madness this season.
No, we never said madness. We just said
Yeah, we never said madness. Cal took it way left there. Cal took it way left. Man never said he's gonna do up a madness. I said
everything.
I said I can see a special moment in him still, and we got half a season left.
I said, why you be so negative on our tour? No, he should be better than Zakaria.
You was the leader of the Curtis Captain Academy thing. All that stuff. All that stuff there. Drift was just like, all right, I gotta back him. You was there front line. You was there. You know you was there. You was there, bro.
You're such a liar, bro.
You was there.
Matt rated Quartet.
No, I did not. That is, you know what? That's the biggest myth. Drift, back me on this, please. I beg you, Drift. Don't do me like this.
That is a myth. That is a myth.
I've never. Where is this
Markovic
Quartet?
ain't no, is it?
Oh, we doing that? Okay. All right, then.
Right. Head movement. Head movement.
Okay. You got me there. That's fine. I'll take that. It's fine.
Matt was just about to put you in a 4 Nelson and then Cal with him. I was like, my rib.
You know what, Drift? Do you know what I won't do? I know.
Don't allow it, man. Allow it. We're even, bro. Allow it, man.
I won't reveal the conversation me and Cal had about a certain player that's playing today.
Oh, I tell the people.
Are you sure? You sure you know the player I'm talking about?
No. I kind of stand by it still.
Who are you talking about, Cal?
Who are you talking about?
No. Go on, Cal. Who are you talking about?
Make sure you lot got your story straight.
Yeah, because this could really put me in the mud if I say the
right.
Are we talking about actually no, let me not do that. Let me not. There's too much dirty laundry flying about. It's too much. Man.
Look, I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. But we are gonna be back for that people live for the watch along.
Indeed.
Could be grey hair at the end of that show tomorrow, boy.
Let's just get the dog.
Matt, you're confident about the game, innit? Tomorrow, quietly confident.
I said 2-1. I think we'll beat them 2-1. 2-1.
I've gone for a 1-1. What are you saying, Drift?
I don't want to sit on the fence, but I don't truly believe my brain has comprehended what I think the scoreline will be. But what I do think,
categorically say, hand on heart, no, I didn't. I never rated Konchesky. Hand on heart.
I think the only person who rated him was Roy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Beijing Bobby winning 3-1. I hope you're right.
But I do believe the only way we go through is if we win at Anfield. That's what I will say. If we don't win tomorrow, we're out.
Mark, you're actually, Mark's buying it. Mark, you're buying it.
One day.
Acting like I wasn't speaking about Botman and other players and that. No, allow it.
That's true.
Man said one day Matt will have talent ID.
Do you know how disrespectful they're trying to say that every single time.
Deep.
Man, saying you're leaning on your brother still, man.
Is that how you want to play, Cal? You know, I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do this.
Man said he's got the earpiece in the exam, Cal.
Do you know what?
He's like, he's reading it out loud so that he can get the information.
Is it snitching if you reveal a voice message between you speaking about
voice note? Is that what you could?
Is that snitching?
Right, that's definitely snitching.
Is that
what is this, a RICO case, bro?
I'm just saying.
Matt's about to do a Takeshi 6ix9ine, bro.
Man's doing a gunner in YSL, bro.
Saying. Hey, if the ship's going down, we're all going down. And there's a player that you said as well, Drift. We were both speaking about him when he signed.
Who, for Liverpool?
Yeah, don't say the name, but just think about it.
I can't remember.
Just remember this. When he signed, we were like, oh, no, we're not just pace of the game and that. Is he? That's what I'm
yeah. No, I think we've all come to terms with the fact that was an okay assumption to be made and it was good to be
wrong. But I think, Cal, though, on the other hand.
I mean, I'm wondering what the crowd and what the people. I've been away for a while, so I'm wondering what the people
I'll say
are thinking about my boy D9.
Remember
what people thinking about my boy D9? Because I'm hearing now we might not beat Madrid because he's injured. Well, I
Remember
heard
when I
everyone
said-
dragging him through the mud before. So what's
I gotta
man
get
saying
Cal
about my
back.
boy
I can't-
D9?
Man said, lean on my bro. You know what it is, yeah? If you didn't say that, I would have let you off.
Yeah, you cut him
that was
deep
gonna
there,
get you.
Cal.
I
You
knew it
cut
was
him
going
deep
to.
there. Yeah,
You know
cut
me
him deep
already.
there,
I'm petty. You know me already. If you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back.
I had to draw you out, man. I had no choice, bro.
All I'm gonna say is, Drift. Remember when we was talking about a player, and he was like, "But what does he actually do?" I was like, "Raw." You know, there
Yeah,
was there.
He has proved me wrong over the last 2 games.
Huh? Who you talking about?
You know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to out myself.
No, who you talking about? You might say to the people you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about. Same
sure?
the same person you were a little worried about.
You can say it now. We'll give you this.
Cody,
We'll give you
Cody
this
Gakpo.
space and time.
Gakpo.
Ah,
Yeah.
bro,
That's
you
Gakpo.
didn't have to self snitch. I didn't say the name.
It's Gakpo. I was worried about
I'm just
Gakpo.
saying.
I still am.
Just saying.
Hey, do you know what? Hold on, who was it who just said?
I was gonna say someone else, but me and Kyle both said the same thing.
yeah,
We got
both-
Rico as well.
You
Rico
know the guy I'm
knows.
talking about as well. I think you know.
I remember when everyone looked at me sideways when I said I would take Rashford at Liverpool. Everyone looked at me sideways when I said that. I told man that boy, as much as people don't want to admit it because he's a Man United player,
Everyone's
he
like,
is a
Gakpo,
talented
Gakpo.
boy, man. I
He's
will
in
take
good
him at
form.
Liverpool. Nah,
He's in
Rashford's a
good-
talented player, man.
We've
I'll
seen
take
this
Rashford
before,
like
Drip.
that.
He's
bro.
he's
you
in
know
good
what?
form at the moment.
He's-
We've seen this
I
before.
have to see more.
Rashford's a baller,
No,
man.
do you know? No. I have to see more. I'll be honest. I'm with Cal on this one.
You lot are still
have to see-
doubting Rashi. I'm
Bro.
not. I hate to pick up a Man United player. Rashford is a baller, man.
Where's the consistency, bro?
He had dead managers. Oli, bruv. It was Oli, man.
Come on, man.
Think about the 2 actual proper managers he's been under, Van Gaal and Ten Hag, and he's balled out for both of them.
I'll be.
all
Can I
that,
be
all
honest
that
with you?
anti-football shit in the middle, bruv. That's just.
Do you know?
You know what I'm
Just how I
saying?
just how I
Rashford's a
look at it-
baller, man.
just
Come
quickly,
on.
This how I look at it quickly. And this ain't even me self snitching. Me and Carl didn't really rate Jota as highly when we signed him. Yeah. You look how well Jota's done now.
Hmm.
Obviously, and Jota's had injuries as well.
Hmm.
Who do you think, in your opinion, is better when they're both at the top of the game? Would you say a Jota or a Rashford? In your opinion?
Totally different players. So it depends what you're trying to do. Like they are totally different players.
Because I look at it like they can both. I know, but I'm doing that quick silly comparison. They both can play on the left, both can play centre forward. I'm happy we got Jota. That's why I feel like we don't need a Rashford, if that makes sense. Because remember you got a Diaz as well.
Rashford still.
That's what I'm saying. Because Rashford for me again,
Imagine
It's
Rashford
all-
playing off the left for us.
bro.
Oh,
what
my
about
goodness.
Diaz?
I'm in
No,
the mud, you
we're
man.
not doing. He's
I'm
on.
in the
No.
form.
Rashford's not better than Diaz, but he's more of a goal threat than Diaz.
Yes,
though.
he is. But who's more of a goal threat, Jota or Rashford?
I think that
When they're
depends
on-
what
when they're
system
both
you're
on form.
playing, and yeah, I think that depends. On...
No, someone said Rashford is clear of Jota. What are we?
No.
Musa Diaby
Rashford
as
isn't
well.
clear of him.
No.
What's happened to Diaby, Cal?
Musa Diaby's got a serious injury.
Swear.
For real?
I'm done in it. Like I'm my judge is strong. I don't even mean to have it, bro.
Yeah, you're
Jamrock,
judges,
you're
bro.
saying Rashford over Jota all day. Raw. I'm not gonna lie. Man, I'm sleeping on what Jota. It's so crazy what can happen because you know what's so mad.
I'm gonna start speaking about players, man.
If people had that same energy last season, I could believe you. But I pretty much would say 99% would have said Jota over Rashford. But now Rashford's in form and Jota's just come from injury. People are now saying Rashford.
Actually,
Nah.
No, but
Carl,
remember that. But the comparative thing
No.
isn't necessary. But I'm just talking
No,
about.
no.
him
I'm just
as a
saying,
player,
like,
do you know what I'm
why?
saying?
I've cursed another footballer, you man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of peak, Cal.
That is
still.
crazy still.
That's kind of peak.
Jota is nuts, bro.
All I'm saying is, I would take Rashford at Liverpool in a heartbeat. That's all I'm saying. Klopp with Rashford would be a wonderful thing, in my opinion. But
We don't get spacing behind like Man United get at the moment. That will stop. When it
Yeah.
stops, I want to see how effective
Eh,
it is.
when you
good
earn
point,
the
good
respect of
point.
other teams, when you win stuff, that's when teams go, let's try something different. Remember, we said it all the time. When people play us, it's a cup final, sit back, do the whole defend on the 18.
That is a good point.
Do you know what I mean? The people don't play against Man United like that. They give them bit. Bro, you see the goal Rashford scored where the ball was played in by Fred. Did you see the space in? When did
Yeah,
that ever
yeah,
happen
yeah.
to us?
It was terrible defending it.
No,
bro.
and we say that with all due respect. This is where I have to give Rashford his flowers. You've
Mhm.
seen Nunes and Salah in that position this season, and they both fluff lines. So more so
Yeah, that's
Nunes,
true.
not even to throw shade, but Nunes has been in that situation quite a few times, and it's been a madness.
No, that's true. But then I'm talking about from the wing. And think about it. Man's running from them. Man were playing on the halfway line, bro, against Man United with Rashford in form. Teams would not play against Liverpool on the halfway line.
Nunes has had chances like that, though, Matt.
No, but that's not my point. My point is, do teams play on the halfway line against Liverpool? No, because what's the common denominator? Don't give Liverpool space and they will struggle, because then you're asking them to rely on their midfield. With Man United, they do not do that. As things stand, when Man United, if they win stuff and start making more inroads, I think people will change how they play against them. But teams don't even do that against Man City. Halfway line. Rashford running from halfway line. Never, bro.
Hey, Chris is never gonna forgive Matt, is he?
What Chris said?
I don't want to make the beef.
What did Chris say? No, we can have the beef before we go. I think the climbings and one thing that Matt was saying about Diaz. Oh, is that? You know what, Chris? Let me say this. I want all the smoke. You know why? You know I want all the smoke. You know?
Oh,
No. Do you know I want all the smoke, Chris?
it's that Woodley energy, bro.
What? No, it's not.
Yeah, here it goes. Here it goes.
Chris knows it's all love, but what I'm trying to say is I still want all the smoke. But listen, Diaz, I said, he's good, but he needs to be more of a goal threat. That's the one thing I said. Then he started scoring goals, and then I was like, all right, cool, we're good now. Because remember, Chris, if we're being honest, I never criticized anything about his game. I just said he needs more to be more of a goal threat. I did say that. I've been very consistent.
Let's Be Real, a Real Madrid podcast. Big up Kop-Ish. Massive fans of your guys' work over the years. Would be super wholesome if we can finally link up before the second leg. Bring on Anfield. Hit us up in the DMs, brother.
Yeah.
We'll make
Big up.
something
Chris,
happen.
I hope we're cool. It's all love.
Matt just realized what he started.
No,
innit?
man can't take on. Yeah, it's a lot. You know what I mean? It's just me one. You know
What are you doing?
Matt, your talent is sharp.
Bajan Barnes says your talent is sharp. Cal's own gets in.
Hey,
Yeah.
thank you, Bajan. At least I got one person that believes in me.
My talent ID is very sharp. It's just it seems like it's too sharp because everyone's getting cut. H says Matt Flanagan was generational, horrible behavior. H is on the wind up tonight.
What? Yeah, you're yeah. You gotta stop that, bro.
Bajan says, Cal, you still ain't believing my scores by now. Last two are spot on. You're right, Bajan. Real Madrid, I can't. I mean, the last time we scored more than 3 against Real Madrid was 2009.
Jamrock, why are you teaming up with Chris? What's going on here? No, I don't like this, bro. What's going on? I'll see Jamrock say things like, Chris, remember what Tommy said to Tariq when Tariq was sitting on his car? I want all the smoke. I'm not sitting on the car. I'm sitting in a chair, bro, on a screen.
I man called you Tyreek, you know.
Nah, Tariq's the worst. Though.
Tariq is the worst scumbag ever.
All I can remember is Rainer. I'm sorry. Fun that, bro.
H says, what's your mouth drifty? How you calling man rashy shape? For real drift. We let that slide, bro, but I can't run. Man like that don't get nicknames, bro.
Yeah, you called him
Fair
Rashy,
dues.
bro.
Fair dues. I shouldn't be calling a Man United player by name.
See,
what happened
people
there.
drift want smoke. That's that. Yeah, I'm saying that deserves something.
No, I'm taking accountability. I made a mistake. I should give him a nickname.
Straight away. I said to Christy,
I shouldn't give him a
nice.
nickname. I shouldn't give him a nickname. But he's still a quality player. You gotta give credit where it's due, though.
Jade Activist says Nunes has been one of our best playmakers. Let's talk statistically.
Hey, Jay, ask everybody about Nunes. I want to know what everybody's saying about Darwin. I want to know what everybody's saying about my boy. I got the most stick for defending this guy. Now, man, people say we can't beat Madrid because he's injured.
I could say stuff, but I won't.
You know they want the back. That's arch up.
I could say stuff, but I won't.
No, let's not.
No, not today. Today's not the day for it.
Not today.
I'm
Jay
seeing man
Laxby-
counter-attacking and whipping in left foot crosses. I'm seeing man hitting volleys after
He didn't
controls.
whip in the left. He didn't whip in the left foot across drift. He just floated across over. He didn't whip it. This is the language you use is very key, drift. Like when you said Origi scored a half volley in the Champions
He did
League.
score a half volley, bro. It bounced up and he hit it when it was off the ground. It was a half volley, bro. It was a half volley, bro. Anyway, well, if Darwin don't start tomorrow, we're in trouble, innit? I think universally as a channel, as a fan base, we understand if Darwin don't start tomorrow, we're in trouble, right?
I think he was in training, which is good. One thing I'll say that he was in training.
Okay, my boy, D9. We move.
Beijing, so Jay says Beijing said Arsenal were dropping points this weekend. It's all love though, Beijing. You did, Beijing. I told you Arsenal weren't dropping points.
Yeah, but at least he got the Liverpool one, right? Yeah, I get it.
did,
You got Arsenal wrong, but you got Liverpool. That's the main thing.
Boys, I'm gonna wrap up the drift. I think I speak for everyone when I say it was lovely having you back on, brother.
I appreciate that,
lovely.
Trust me, love you. Yeah, being back, bro. Ain't been the same, bro. You know, like that. So
same, man.
I appreciate it.
Trust me, good to be back, bro.
And big up to everyone as well who's been showing me love today and in general as well. You know what I mean? Big up everyone, man. It's been nice to take my mind off it, actually, to be honest with you. So this was good therapy for me still.
No, I hear that, bro. I hear that, man.
H says the only whip Darwin knows is his car.
Yeah, H is on a trolling thing. H
He's
is
on
on
a
a trolling
troll.
thing. Yeah, he's on a trolling thing.
Nah, people, we are going to be
100%.
back tomorrow. So make sure you join us for the watch along. Make sure if you haven't already, you smash the like button on this video and leave a nice comment for Drifty as well. People, until we see you tomorrow, thank you for joining us. Stay safe, stay blessed. We are Kopish and we're out, people. Take care.
Big up, man. Big up.
Thank you.